Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper. Make it fast. I'm in a goddamn hurry.
And God bless the United States.
I'm a proud shitholer.
Dilly dilly.
I'm a little bit country, and I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Don't put this in the intro. La 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 la. La 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 la.
A penis?
Where you get your haircut?
Shocking, right?
Now, if any of you sons of bitches got anything else to say, now's the fucking time!
Hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. It's time to celebrate the moment. I feel it in my soul. It's written in my bones so deeply. I wanna lose control. So turn it up a little more and laugh along with me. The show is about to begin. Series 103. Yeah, so get ready. Yeah, I'm so ready. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. Sing it like, hey, are you ready? Jim and Sam are here. Feel it like, hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. So if you feel it like I do, you gotta sing it with me too. Like, hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. Yeah.
I don't remember how to do this. It's been a couple of weeks. I don't know what to do. It's weird sitting here now. There's nobody in this. I mean, of course, Troy is here and Rob is here. Sam right now is probably struggling to get back. He's not going to make it for his dumb, dirty 30.
Nope.
I hope right now there's a flight delay. Or I hope he actually makes it. I hope he lands on time and then just sits because the gate's not ready. Because there's nothing makes you more murderous than when you fucking land on time or early and the gate's not ready and they can't find you another gate. That happened to me in LA one time. I was on an American flight. We sat for 2 hours on a Sunday morning because they couldn't get a fucking gate for us.
I think that's what happened to him on Friday, right? When he came into Chicago, he was sitting.
Oh, was Sam stuck?
He was sitting for like 2 hours because the thing was broken that connects the plane to the gate.
Oh, the jetway.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, he actually got up to the gate and they couldn't fix the jetway?
Yeah, because he tweeted a photo and then like 2 hours later he tweeted a video showing that they were finally getting off the plane.
Wow. Let me see that. That makes me so happy. They just moved the whole damn thing down. I'm here in Chicago.
But I mean, those posts were 2 hours apart.
Wow. So this is why you gotta hate the airline. How about you fucking improvise, stupid asses, and back the plane up and just get everybody
How do you not move?
portable
Like, how do you not
thing.
just let people out?
Yeah.
I've been let out on runways before.
Yeah, on the tarmac, you just get one of those portable stairways.
It has to be something with insurance or something.
It is, or it's just something they have no contingency. Like, all right, now we have all of you animals here. You're gonna sit here and wait until we are finished fixing this, and then you can get off.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense why they just wouldn't let people off.
Delta's really bad for that. I've had a couple of times. I've had that with Delta at LaGuardia. They're a little bad with that. But that American just sitting there for 2 hours, there has to be a way for them just to get a portable staircase and get you off the fucking plane. So no, I hadn't seen Sam's social media. Oh, I'm happy that happened. So his first day in Chicago, he had a shit, horrible day.
Everyone here was happy.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm thrilled. So it was 2 hours until he could get off the plane. That's the worst when you're watching. First of all, how come they all drive like Harry Chapin, these people? How do you not know how to drive the fucking jetway? Give a class to these assholes on how to drive the jetway to the plane door. It's enraging when you're sitting there watching somebody struggle, and the pilot will sometimes get on and go, she's new. Once in a while, the pilot will try to make a little joke as to why the person can't get the fucking jetway over.
Are you hoping this happens this morning again?
I hope that it's only the person driving the jetway. I literally hope he's delayed by 40 minutes. I hope as he walks down the hallway, our show is just ending. Matter of fact, if we end the show 5 minutes early today, you're going to know that Sam was walking down the hallway.
It'd be funny if we're backed up on commercials, and then we have
Yeah,
to.
sorry, dude.
Have to take as soon as he comes in, we have to go right to commercial break.
Hey, douche.
Yep.
Yeah, that make me really happy.
Because like I'm sure it's annoying on Friday sitting in Chicago waiting to get off that plane, but he doesn't have to be anywhere. And if you know Sam, he will have so much anxiety if this happens to him today. Because even though he doesn't have to be here, he wants to badly.
Dumb Sam wants to get credit. I understand.
Yeah.
He wants to get credit for, hey, it wasn't a day off. I was just late. I understand his OCD. I really do. Like, I've done that coming back when I would do the Tonight Show. You're flying back. I'd be panicking if I was late. And we have a good show today. We have Mark Norman and Sam Riller coming in at 8:30. Now, Dennis Miller was scheduled from 9 to 10, but he canceled for whatever reason. I think he canceled the platform. He's coming back hopefully later in the week. He's sick. I love Dennis Miller, so I really hope he comes. And then Joe List is coming in, I guess, 9:30 now. Whatever time Joe wants to come, he can come. We had Dennis scheduled first, I think, so they had Joe at 10, just so he didn't walk in the middle of Dennis's interview. But Joe can come whenever he wishes. I don't know why we didn't have Mark and Joe together. Unless we had Mark first.
I mean, Roland and I were going back and forth, figuring out who was available and who wasn't. And Mark and Sam got back to Roland before Joe. So, I mean, you know.
Oh, okay.
That's the only reason why.
I guess I shouldn't assume that those guys do a podcast together so that all of a sudden they travel everywhere together.
Yeah, they're not, and they don't have the same phone number.
They don't.
So we didn't text them, when they were together.
Well, you figure they could communicate.
They could.
They're friends.
Yeah. But this was all hastily put together because so many people are busy.
I want to get Kevin Brennan back on, too.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
I'm so bummed we can't have Anthony in.
Yeah.
It bugs me so much that we can't have fucking Anthony come in. I wanted to have him and Dave Landau together, but I don't think Dave will come back on now because that whole thing. What happens in this show? What is it with this room that's so toxic?
I don't know.
Doesn't it feel
You're
toxic?
such a sweet boy.
I am a sweet boy.
Oh, that room does not feel toxic. Not anymore.
Oh, good. Yeah, used to.
No, yeah, this is a happy place to be with smiles.
I want to see. Hey, by the way, first of all, did anybody see? I'm obsessed with Gotti. Did anybody fucking see?
I now I need to see it.
I saw the trailer for it, and somebody made me laugh because they said Travolta is acting with his chin, and it made me laugh because then they show all these things where he's got the stern "I'm a mafia man" face on, where he's trying to look like he's angry in court, and you're like, oh, John.
Just based on it getting 0%, I have to see it.
Well, I heard the fans gave it 80, and the fucking fans didn't hate it as much as the critics did. But it looks like it doesn't look particularly great.
No, and I'm sure it took 11 years to make?
7, I think 7.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not good. Nothing that takes that long is ever.
No, because whenever they start bringing in a bunch of writers, and then the project gets shelved, and then they have a new producer comes on, and then a new director comes on, and then new writers come back. There's too many people trying to fix something that's collapsing. It's like a sandcastle is falling apart, and you're trying to build different sides of it, and then the other side collapses it. That's why movies like that, if they say a lot of times if a show has so many writers on it, it's probably going to be a problem because it means there's too many people trying to fix it. A couple of people usually can get it done, but when you have something like this, it's just it's a fucking mess. So now I'm obsessed with seeing this.
Yeah.
What?
No, I'm just saying people are saying that it's the worst mob movie ever made. Which you got to see it.
Travolta's had a couple of 0-star ones.
Yeah, well, Staying Alive is technically 0.
Yeah,
because that got a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes when they went back and looked at reviews. I think Look Who's Talking 2 was 0.
Wow, was it really?
And I think what was it, Battlefield Earth?
Is that the Scientology one?
Yeah, that was like his passion project. I think that's at 3%.
Do you know people's passion projects are almost always shit?
This one is too because Kelly Preston plays Victoria Gotti.
Yeah,
and their daughter plays one of the daughters.
Oh,
so
that's probably how they got Travolta to agree to it.
Yeah, we'll give your whole family a role.
Well, yeah, you can spend time with your family. You can do what you've wanted to do, which is act with your wife and act with your daughter. They probably said, yeah, let's, that was probably a selling point. Passion projects are a lot of times very bad because your heart is so much into it that you lose the ability to let other people tell you what's wrong with it. You always have to have the ability, and it's hard to have someone go like, that's no good. Ugh. Like that part's no good. You got to cut that out because you get married to a joke or you get married to a scene and it's fucking terrible. Some of us have passion projects that actually become more popular than our real lives.
Huh. I wonder what that's like.
I don't know, but I know I was sitting here. This is what a fool I am. I'm sitting here giggling because Rob is reminding of good old Becky Rommelson. Apparently, Chip talked about a woman who laughed at his penis size, and then somebody in a mask ran her over on a prom night. Somebody in deli gloves and a mask ran her over. And that really made me laugh because I'm listening to it forgetting that I actually said it. Forgot that I said it.
It's so easy to forget things that happen, though. I mean, you do so many radio shows over X amount of years. You know, listeners will be like, hey, do you remember this? I have no idea what you're talking
Dude,
about.
I don't remember major things that happened. Like, I'll listen to once in a while the old Jim Norton, Anthony Makes Jimmy Laugh.
Oh,
Because
I love
those laugh compilations, because it's really, I'm not really listening to myself. It's 90% of it is Anthony being funny. So I'm basically just listening to Anthony. And I some of those lines I remember, like the fucking, change the weather with your hand. Use my fist and make a mudslide, which was such a visceral fisting joke. It made me laugh. I think the thing is Anthony Makes Jimmy Laugh for a minute and a half. And somebody tweeted it recently, but it made me laugh for a minute and a half. That... when Sal was getting his waxing, and he said his balls hurt, and Anthony said that she was jiggling them like Captain Queeg. Man,
Is Olivia Newton-John?
oh,
Line.
which one?
Which one?
Which one of those barbaric,
time.
unforgivable, fucking horrible things? He's really a horrible person.
Yeah, those compilations still make me laugh, even though I know what's coming.
They make me laugh, and sometimes they a compilation. Now I'm using this shitty. I know. I do love that Mars stuck Sam with the lousy mic handle because now Sam has to deal with it. But today, now that Sam is going to be late, he's not going to make it. I'm stuck with this shit mic. So someone is asking me to check out. Yes, what's up, Lou and Penn? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Hey, I just happened to check Nick DePaula's feed. It looks like he got punched or something from an audience member. I don't know. He didn't elaborate.
Wow, when feminists attack, did he really get punched?
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. I thought maybe,
I wonder if that's what it is, or I wonder if he's just making a joke because he banged his.
I'm wondering, but if you read some of I didn't read all of them, but if you read some of the comments, it kind of seems like that.
Oh wow, we'll check him out. Okay, I wonder. I wonder if someone punched him for one of his jokes, but wow.
He
Wow.
had some good jokes.
Wow, he goes. Somebody's saying it. He
getting punched too.
apparently it was not. It was some white woman. If it was a black woman, don't go into a tirade. And Nick said it's never a black or Hispanic woman. It's always a delusional, non-douching, unfuckable white lib cunt. Wow. Okay, I guess he got punched. All right. Thank you very much. Is this the Lou that I met at the Stretch Factory?
Yes.
Hey, how are you? You're friends with Jeremiah
Good, how are you?
Jeremiah Metzger, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
You were great.
Thank you very much. Oh, that was at the Bob Levy benefit. Thank you, Lou, very much. And tell Jeremiah I said hello. He does a lot of my, if not all, those hilarious fucking Chip photoshops. And I don't know if there's any tickets available, by the way, for Long Island or Boston. Chip has still got those live podcasts. I want to get those tickets sold out so the minute it'll add a show.
Anthony will be at those, right?
Anthony's going to be at both of those, yeah. That's going to be a very, very fun. Yeah, someone else is talking about those laugh compilation. What's up, Rob in Boston? Hello.
Hey, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm great, buddy. How are you? How am I doing right now? I'm really good because I know right now Sam is panicking, looking at like what time he's probably got the thing on the seat in front of you. The flight tracker where you're seeing anticipated arrival, but he's not thinking of rush hour and he's not thinking of fucking getting to the gate. Sam is right now, this is how dumb it is. He's thinking that landing means that's when you get in the car. It's not what happens. It's not, yes, what's up, Rob? Go ahead.
I just wanted to tell you, like, anytime I'm having a bad day, which is most of the time nowadays, I put on one of those YouTube laugh compilations where you hear Travis in the background when you're busting his balls for his mother, and like you said, the fist makes a mudslide, and you went on for like a minute laughing about that. It really brightens up my day. So I guess that's all I had to add to the show.
Well, Travis, Travis has, and thank you, Rob. Travis has one of the. You have the type of sense of humor that Anthony had. You're unbreakable, which it's funny, meaning anything is okay.
You have to be.
You kind of do have to.
You really
be.
do.
Not that
Otherwise-
Troy
other-
is breakable either, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I hit you with that mother stuff is harsh.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
bad sometimes.
Somebody, I posted a photo on Instagram yesterday for Father's Day of me and my daughter, and somebody replied, "Happy Mother's Day, Travis." TRAVHEESS.
Was there April Fool's?
It really made me laugh.
Yeah, I called my dad yesterday. I hope my dad knows I called him. I got to try him again. I left him a message, but I don't think my parents checked their fucking cell phone messages.
Wasn't this the issue on Mother's Day?
Yes, it was. And I'm like, I call them, they don't answer.
Maybe they just don't want to talk to you.
And that might be it. I'm thinking that they're old. They're like, oh, fuck him again. So Mark Norman is coming in. But yeah, you know, you can't when you're in a look. There's things that would bother everyone. We all have. Oh, by the way, let me plug Dumb Voss. Speaking of roasting, I did not see they've edited these obviously from the night that they were filmed, so it's probably a little shorter version. But it's getting rave reviews. VossRoast.com is getting rave reviews that night. That was a funny fucking roast. Everyone did well. I know Bonnie was a great host. I was up first. DeRosa was great. Colin was great. Florentine was great. Someone said Judy didn't do well, but I remember her doing well just from being there. I don't remember her set, but I mean, Judy Gold is hilarious. Who else was on that? Besides Voss, of course, closed it out. It's Bobby Kelly, DeRosa, Florentine was great. Louis J. Gomez was great. Bonnie, of course, Voss, Colin, myself, Judy, and Jay Okerson. A really, really funny fucking
There's
roast.
so many great lines, and all the clips that Rich has been like retweeting out from.
So well done.
They're just hilarious.
The legendary roast of the legendary legends, the legendary legends, Rich Voss. The funny promos he's putting out. The 1 minute little compilations. I think they did Jay, myself, Colin, and.
They've done one for Florentine because he has my favorite line.
What was the line?
Stupid Rich.
Oh my gosh, she wanted to get married, move and get stupid rich. Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
It was an incredible night. Florentine fucking murdered. It was just a great night. And Colin looked at Judy and he goes, "That's a great haircut. What did you say? Give me the relief pitcher for the Mets." An incredibly funny night.
Such a great use of $10.
It was, and $5 to rent it, $10 to own it. Yeah. And it's one of those things where, cause we are all, somebody said that this is why it was a great roast because we're all friends. We are all friends. This is what a roast is supposed to be. And I get why Comedy Central has fucking celebrities. Like, yeah, you're going to get Pam Anderson. You don't want to just have a bunch of fucking people from her past roasting her. You need professional comedians. But this is what happens when you get a bunch of comics who are friends. Every one of us loves Voss. We all like each other. It was a great night, and they did a great job with it. And it looks, it's taken over a year to get out, but whatever.
I
Let's
think
see.
he's in on Wednesday.
Oh, Voss is coming in to promote Wednesday. Good.
That's what he told me, yeah.
Bill in L.A. Hello, Bill.
What's going on, Jim?
What's up?
Somebody on the interwebs on YouTube put up over 11 hours called Opie and Anthony Messing with Callers, and somehow they found the video of you behind the scenes doing the Ramon, and it just made it that much better watching the way you just like moved and twisted when you would just go Ramon. Oh my God, I laughed so freaking hard.
Thank you, Bill, very much. It's funny. I forget who that was on, but the Ramon, the twitching would be Ben. At our time, the producer, I would be doing Ben, and of course we all knew it, and the fans at the time knew it. And then Ramon, people ask about Ramon. That was me doing. Steve C. would do this bit, and Mark Norman is coming in as we speak. And Ramon was a character of his, and people would call in, and I would just say horrible things and go like Ramon. But I completely I don't do it anymore because it hurts my throat. It started bothering my throat, and I just stopped. Hold on, let me turn on the right mic here. Which one is that? 3? And say hello. It's been a while.
Hey.
Oh, good. I don't know why I got fucking. I'm like so worried that I'm going to turn the wrong fucking mic on, and even though Sam's not here, he's going to ridicule me.
Oh, no.
Sam's a mic diva.
Well.
Welcome to the show, Mark.
Hey, good to be here. Sorry, I would have come in earlier.
No, it's okay. It's fine. We knew Sam was, she's coming home from Chicago, and we have Sam Rill's coming in, and then Joe, anytime he wants, because we had Dennis Miller scheduled from 9 to 10, but for some reason he's sick, so he canceled. So he's coming in later in the week.
I had so many questions for him. I wanted to ask what happened.
I'm wondering, too, with Dennis Miller, because I think he's a really funny stand-up.
Killer.
And his career, even though he's gotten conservative, His career is doing fine. I mean, he had
Yeah.
a radio show for a long time that did quite well, and he's fucking was with Bill O'Reilly for years. I mean, he's not like he's stagnating, but his politics seem to have shifted from liberal to conservative,
Oh yeah.
and you don't normally see such a big shift. So
Huge.
I'm sure he's talked about it before.
Yeah, but he hates Michelle Wolf, who
Does
I'm
he really?
friends with, and I wanted to pick his brain about that.
I wonder why. I wonder if it's because she only went after one side. Does he see it like that?
Well,
I forgot he said that. You're right. I did forget that.
And you know, I get it. He's mad because she's attacking the conservatives, but come on, it's comic on comic.
Agree.
You always got to go comic. So
I
that's a
forgot
bummer.
about that. It was what happened with what did he say that he didn't like about Michelle Wolf?
Just this shrill twat, or this redheaded skank. So it was just all like pissy. I'm angry at her. How could she be so rude or whatever?
Oh, okay, he didn't like it.
Was that when he tweeted that he would think of some jokes by Wednesday?
Yes, and he had nothing.
Yeah, he was pretty ridiculed for that.
Yeah, and babe, I'm out of jokes, babe. Come on.
He wrote, "What a horrid human being Michelle Wolf is." I'm going to head up on her over. I'm going to read up on her.
You got it.
Over the next couple of days, and I will have a few brutally mean jokes about her by Wednesday. Maybe that was the joke. Maybe it was just a joke. I don't know. He might have just been.
But
Jesus Christ, he got 50,000 likes on that tweet. Holy shit!
Well, the right is out there.
Yeah, the right is a little underrepresented in comedy.
I agree.
Every fucking talk show host has the same. We get it.
Yeah.
We know you're smart. I heard you.
Nick DiPaolo's in his basement.
It really
keep
is.
pushing him back.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
as funny as Nick is, and Nick, whether you like his politics or not, whether you think he's too mean or not, he's a brilliant fucking comic.
Brilliant. So funny.
And Nick does come. Yeah, Nick says harsh stuff, but Nick also comes with jokes.
Yeah.
He's being fucking funny.
Right.
Makes me crazy. Like when you watch him do a stand-up set, they're fucking brilliantly crafted, fucking hilarious joke. Even if you hate the point of view.
Oh, yeah.
I used to watch Paul Mooney. I loved him.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I loved Paul Mooney.
He was so mean.
There
was no jokes.
I always enjoyed his writing, though. Like when I would watch Mooney, and I would hear him say things, even stuff I didn't agree with.
Yeah.
Anti-white, whatever. I still enjoyed watching. If it was a good joke, I was like, how can I get mad at that guy? He wrote for Richard Pryor, and he's writing funny shit. Like, some of the stuff was mean, but I didn't,
Did you see the Green Room episode where, what's his name? Bobby Slayton just says the N-word?
No.
Oh, it's fun.
Who's to Mooney?
Yeah.
To him or about?
Well, he's saying, how come you can say this? And he just starts saying the N-word. And I don't know. It was a couple years ago when you could kind of still do that.
Mooney was probably unfair. Oh, please.
Yeah, it was a little of that.
Was Mooney really upset by it? He doesn't seem like Mooney is very difficult to upset.
Yes. Is he gay?
I don't know. I've heard rumors, but then he's got kids, so I don't know.
Oh.
I've never seen evidence of him being gay, other than the way he holds his beverage. But no, I don't.
Sam has kids too.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
Oh,
look at this guy.
Let me make sure I got that one right. Hold on. Hold on a second. I always fuck up. Oh my God, you just fell.
We're shitting on Paul Mooney.
Oh,
no,
I got a Paul Mooney story.
What's that?
I got a Paul Mooney story.
Do you really not? You don't really like him?
I just think.
Hold on, I turned your mic off. I'm sorry.
Paul Mooney?
Sam, where are you? We're panicking.
You can have more than one on at a time.
No,
Dude,
Travis.
Paul Mooney. I did a Friars.
Oh shit!
Club.
Hold on. Which one is you again? You're 3. Go ahead. Wait,
this
no.
is already a mess.
It's Jim's first day.
I haven't done this in weeks, and I forgot who's who.
Opie's listening and loving this.
Wait. All right, go ahead.
Paul Mooney. I did a Friars Club roast when I was like 21, and it was truly the worst set of my life. Like Paul Mooney's the roast master, and I had nothing. I think he was reading off some maybe like a sheet or maybe I had like a shitty website at the time, and he introduces me. It's a roast of Omarosa.
Omarosa from the
Apprentice.
Apprentice, right?
And the Trump administration now. So, and by the way, super hot in person.
Yeah, she's very attractive.
Yeah, she's hot.
Stacked.
Great
and,
bod.
Oh my God.
Is she?
Yeah.
Big, huge cans.
I mean, I was less attracted to her when he didn't even crack a smile, one of my jokes. But
Yeah.
nothing. So Paul Mooney introduces me. He goes, this next comic, big fan of Richard Pryor, of Sam Kinison, of Bill Hicks. I knew all of them, all friends of mine, all dead. Your next comic, Sam Morrell. And
That's
it just
pretty
cuts to
funny.
me, and I'm just looking like what the fuck? And I went up and I just ate shit.
Did you? Were your jokes? Were you newer then?
Yeah, I said. You know, it was like a competition. So to get in, I killed, and then I just didn't have the chops to like kill a roast at that point. I was too green. But there was like a thing to get in there, and I did well there. But then on the actual stage,
I remember hearing you did that, and I was like, holy shit, this guy's in. You're established. You're at the Friars Club. You're working with Paul Mooney. I was blown away.
I love Mooney, though. He really, Paul Mooney makes me happy.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
He's just so mean to me coming up.
No, mean to you. Oh, to you. I think he was mean to you.
Yeah, well, just like cunty and, pretentious, never
But that's
looked
part
at
of
you.
his charm, though, I think.
I guess I wouldn't look at me
I
either.
never experienced that. I didn't think he liked me at one point. And then I've talked to him a couple of times after, and he said nice stuff. And I was surprised. It was off-putting.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. It's just that's just the way he comes off sometimes. But then you talk to him, and he's like, stay funny, stay funny. Like, he was nice. I was like, oh, thanks. He was good. So when you went up at that fucking roast with Omarosa, what was the first eat your dick joke where you're like, oh, this is a bad night?
I don't even remember. It was so long ago, I don't even remember the jokes, but I just remember they all sucked. And I remember Esther Koo went on before me and murdered. They all wanted to fuck her. Everyone there.
Do you not like Esther?
Oh, no.
I love Esther.
I love Esther.
But when she's killing and you're not, something's amiss.
It hurt. And I remember Voss went on right after me, and I bombed so hard.
Oh, no. Did he? Please don't tell me he threatened to bring you back up.
Yep.
Oh!
You got it. and he bombs a line and says, I'm bringing Sam back up if you don't laugh. It kills. And then I'm just like, there's that mixed feeling when you're 21. You're like, well, this working comic knows my name. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
Say it, don't spray it.
But you became the point of bomb. Like you're the bomb of the night.
I sucked. Yeah, it was terrible.
That's humiliating.
It was also this thing where I couldn't. It was they put the video online, and I didn't want the video online. It was like the first thing when you Googled me. I'm trying to get road words.
Pull it up.
Oh yeah, let's look at it. Thank you, Mark.
Oh, it's off. Thank God it's offline. Here's what happened. It gets pulled offline. I had this manager at the time who was kind of kooky, and I was like, they won't pull the video offline. It's the first thing that comes up. Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Ah, damn.
But I believe me, I've made sure. But so I try to, I'm trying to ask them. They're like, no, we really think it's good. I'm like, it's the first thing that comes up when you Google me. I need work. So she was like, bring in a bottle of wine, and I think everything will be all right. And I was like, you want me to bring in a bottle of wine to the head of the Friars Club? And she said, yeah, do that. And the guy who's the head of the club is like he's not like a comedy guy. He's like a country club guy. He doesn't give a shit about No, he's like, no, the video's fun. I was like, it's killing me.
Yeah.
I'd be at like Stand Up New York, and they'd use that clip.
Right.
And so it was painful. And then,
God damn it.
brutal. And so I bring the guy a bottle of wine, and he's just like, what are you doing? And I was like, I was just trying to get the thing. He's like, you're bribing me? And I was like, I don't know. My manager told me to do this. And he's like, I can't accept this bottle of wine. And I was like, well, will you take it down? He was like, absolutely not.
Damn.
It took me like a year to get it down.
Wow, he said no.
Yeah.
Was it a shit bottle of wine?
It's like $20.
Oh my God. But he wouldn't take your part down.
No.
How'd you finally get it down?
I just like begged. I was like, please. I'm a young comic.
It was hurting you.
Yeah.
Had you signed anything that said they could put it online, or?
I'm sure I did.
Yeah, you
I'm
might
sure
have.
at the time. Yeah.
Was the rest of the roast great?
No, a lot of people bombed. I think, I was the worst, but I mean, there was definitely bad. I mean, you know who did really well? This guy, Reese Waters. He's a funny comic.
I know the name,
I know
yeah.
Reese Waters.
Yeah, he's like an ESPN guy now, but oh my God, these are embarrassing.
I bombed at the Friars Club, but that was kind of my fault. I was dressed in. This is like a year ago, and I was not dressed properly. I went in just kind of like I didn't really. They asked me to do a set for something. I didn't wear a suit, and I looked out of place, and it was kind of my fault.
Yeah.
But they could tell.
Who'd you roast?
It wasn't even a roast. It was just a set. Tom Cotter was destroying after me because Tom's a Friars guy. He looks the part, and his jokes are good, so he did very well. But I was fucking eating my dick.
I've eaten shit at the Friars Club a ton of times. It's not our type of crowd, really.
It's not, and it's not that. But they're a great crowd if they like you.
Totally.
But it's I want to go there and just hang out more, just because it seems like a fun place to go and hang out. I don't know why I don't.
Well, it's so expensive and it's kind of old school.
Yeah, but that's okay. I was in there. You always see cool people when you're in there.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see cool people, and they treat you. Everyone kind of has access to the same areas.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm actually there on this Tuesday. I'm doing a set.
Are you really?
Yeah.
For what?
Just some kid hit me up and he's like, "Hey, do the Friars."
Are you
Club."
gonna wear a suit?
No.
How do you dress?
I just wear this.
Oh, you will. Okay. Have you done that before?
I have, yeah.
And done well?
Yeah, I just did a show. I didn't do like a roast or anything.
Yeah, this was some. I forget what the event was, but
I I mean, the first time I walked in there, I was blown away. It's so cool. The history, all the photos are amazing.
Yeah.
They're
It
like
is
this is
cool.
the Uncle Milty room where he railed eight chicks, with his dong.
You really can't. You can't disparage. Like the L.A. one didn't work. Remember they had the L.A. one, and they would do shows there. And, that just didn't work. But the New York one it's cool. There's no tipping allowed.
Ooh.
I think there's no tipping allowed. They bill you at the end of the month. And I heard that was like an old school thing, so performers didn't feel bad. Like if you're a comic or an actor and you're having a bad month or a bad year, you don't feel bad that you can't tip.
Oh,
But now it's
okay.
like more of it feels like almost like a country club, where you like I remember I was a member for like 6 months because everyone who did that roast got a free 6-month membership.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, this is amazing. And then like it just automatically renewed, and there was like a recession bill, and I was like, I'm not fucking paying a recession bill.
What's a recession bill?
It was like $300.
What's a recession bill mean?
It means that they were probably not going through great times, and I don't know.
Oh, so you would just get a bill for nothing?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Not even for stuff you ate?
No, I like never went there.
That sucks. Like, hey, we're doing badly. Let's, fuck with the comics and get money from them.
But I hear they're not as strict about suits anymore. Are they a little, because they wanted younger comics to come in or whatever? Are they the same jacket policy?
I never see jackets there at all now.
No, I think you're supposed to, but if you're like going on stage, they give you a pass, I think.
How about if you're going in there to eat?
Maybe a jacket.
Probably, yeah.
Fuck. I don't want to lug a jacket around New York. It's hot.
They'll give you one there.
I want that even less.
You don't want some weird old man
Dude,
Jeff Ross jacket?
this is how fucking weird I am. I had a dream last night. I forgot that until you said it. I don't remember what I was doing, but I know I was in a store, and I went into the bathroom. And then I went back into the bathroom later after waiting on a long line, and I was looking through all these jackets hanging on a hook, and my hoodie was there, and I took my hoodie down, and I was checking it for bed bugs.
Whoa.
That was my dream. I forgot about that there was a long line to piss. I probably had to piss. And I was checking my hoodie for bed bugs.
Interesting.
What kind of psychotic, fucking horrible dream is that?
Hit the dream analyzer on Google. That'll tell you bed
Is
bugs.
that a thing?
Yeah, you can check out every dream.
It's true.
Bugs.
I dated like a hippie chick for 10 minutes, and she was obsessed with dreams.
Yeah, but they're nobody knows what they really mean. They have this machine that can start to read thoughts now because you fire out certain little neurons or whatever fire when you think of a letter. So they can kind of, they're beginning to be able to map thoughts.
Wow.
Because of what little things are firing in your brain.
That's terrifying.
No, it's fine. It's good.
What about like pedophiles?
this
and
is
people
interesting.
That's
hiding
great. You'll
shit?
be able to find out who they are.
Oh, no. I'm nervous now.
What's that mean now? A bed bug?
Oh, it
You're-
says bed, not bed
No,
bugs.
what does bed bugs mean? I think I had to piss. That's why there was a long bathroom line.
Right. But the hoodie is something.
I always wear one.
Yeah.
Bed
no,
bugs.
don't put hood. Just put bed bugs.
Yeah, bed bugs and hoodie. No one's ever said those words. Troy, I'm the first guy to ever utter those words in a row.
Just keeps going to bed.
Oh, well, how about insects? Try insects. Yeah.
Oh, you know what they had in the bathroom at the Friars Club that was badass? Is they had the I love the bathroom with mouthwash.
I do
Oh,
too.
yeah.
That's a classy touch, man.
Yeah, that also means there's probably no barricades in between the urinals.
No way.
It's one of those go in there to meet somebody type places.
Right.
Fucking get rid of the evidence. I went to the rap party for the comedian there.
Oh, the documentary?
No, the De Niro movie.
Oh. Yikes.
Mark. So I went there, and but it was cool. I had to get to chat with De Niro. That was kind of nice.
Oh.
He showed up. And so did
You
Jo-
met him a few times, right?
Yeah. But I'm saying that he actually went to the Friars Club. They all went there for the rap party.
So I watched Casino last night. That's crazy.
On Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Can you not? I can't not fucking watch Casino when it's on.
I can't not
Yeah.
watch it. It's 3 hours, and
It's
I
like
watch
a
every
music
minute.
video. It's like a violent, fun music video.
Right.
It's so
the
good.
montages are amazing. The cuts. It's so well done. It sucks it was in the shadow of Goodfellas.
That weird lighting, like all of a sudden they're eating and there's a bright light on the table. It was brilliantly shot. It was
Yeah.
one of his best movies. We were talking before about Gotti too. Do you want to guys see Gotti?
No way.
I want to see it now. It's
I'd like
so
to see it.
awful that it's getting zero. They said it's horrible, the worst mob movie ever made. So now I kind of have to see it.
You know what's
Yeah.
interesting is because you're saying that it was in the shadow of Goodfellas. There's a cool clip of Ebert and Siskel arguing about that, where I guess Siskel's like, this isn't even a good movie, and he's saying like, if it weren't for Goodfellas, you wouldn't even be saying that. It's one of the best movies of the year.
Exactly.
Ebert should age pretty well.
He did, right?
Ebert's
Yeah.
the man.
Was Siskel an idiot?
I think he was.
They both died of fucking like head cancer. Isn't that weird? Like jaw cancer
Yeah.
for Roger Ebert and brain cancer for Gene Siskel.
Did you see the documentary?
No.
No, is it
Oh,
great?
it's great. They show them fighting offset. That's crazy. They hated each other.
Yeah, they were rivals.
For real, they
right?
Yeah,
did?
they really hated each other. Like they'd be shooting Siskel like for some commercial, and he'd be like, "Come on, get it right, you pussy! Oh, fuck up another line, you fucking faggot!"
They weren't just friends.
No,
Can we see a little bit of that
they became friends eventually, but they hated each other.
Yeah, I think at some point they probably had mutual respect, but I think they were rivals in Chicago. I think that's how it started.
Oh yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize they hated each other for real though.
Oh yeah.
2 thumbs up. I mean, that really, what an iconic thing for a movie that became.
Dunstan checks in.
Let's
man.
move on to a movie now that's one of the most brilliant, weird, and unusual American documentary films I've seen in a long time.
Wow.
Roger Ebert was the
Dave
definitive mainstream film critic in American cinema. He has been writing for half of the history of feature films. Roger was a mature writer early on.
He's written over a dozen books.
He wrote a novel.
He won a Pulitzer Prize.
How on earth did Roger Ebert write Beyond the Valley of the Dolls?
Boobs.
Beyond the Valley. You know, this is a title.
Roger was good at dishing, but he also could take it.
He is a nice guy, but he's not that nice.
It's Thriller Week on Siskel and Ebert in the movies, and we've got 3 new ones.
Sound a little excited, Jane.
Sound less excited, Roger.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of that.
Siskel were the most powerful critics of all time.
The perfect match.
But were they just doing shtick there and joking?
Oh no, it was genuine.
Oh wow.
He had a cool quote in an interview once. I heard him say, like he was talking about how a movie is not about its subject. You know, like how, like, because people would just be like, I don't like movies about wrestlers. He's like, the wrestler's not about wrestlers. It's about fucking life. It's
Right.
about like you know your life falling apart.
Oh yeah.
But he was always cool, man.
And Siskel was a big poon hound.
Was he?
Yeah, he was like famous for going to the grotto.
Wait, oh, that was in the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah, they cover all that too.
I bet you those guys. You know, I'll bet you that they were treated very well by actors and celebrities because
yeah,
that's all, they wielded a lot of fucking power.
Yeah.
So those guys probably got access everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
The
You know,
thumbs up, thumbs down was huge. That was like the new or the old Rotten Tomatoes.
did you see the I want to see the Mr. Rogers documentary.
I want to see that.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
You loved it, huh?
Loved it.
Did you cry?
3 times.
Okay, yeah. Somebody else was saying that. I was listening to someone. They were saying they saw it and they were crying.
Yeah, it's terrifying because it opens up by saying he was a priest who loves kids, and you're like, here we go. and then it never goes into that. It's weird to see a documentary without a scandal.
What's that? Hold on. What's that, Travis?
You said you heard somebody else cried. That was Mark last week.
No, somebody else saw it. I forget who they said they saw the Mr. Rogers documentary. Mark did say that he cried, but somebody else said they saw it. And they were crying all the way through it. I might have been in a 12-step meeting. So I don't fucking remember who said that. But I do want to see. Is it only at the Angelica?
No,
That's
it's
where I saw
in a bunch of places. I know it's at Alamo. I think it's at Lincoln Center.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
It's
in
at
a bunch of
IFC, I think.
Yeah.
IFC, yeah.
Maybe I'll find some chick with big tits and take her.
Yeah.
Yeah, find some chick with big tits who wants her big tits played with. I'll play with her big tits watching the Mr. Rogers documentary.
As he would have wanted.
As he would have
Yes.
wanted. Yeah, he would have respected that. But yeah, everyone's saying it was really moving and good.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, look at that Chris Hardwick shot.
Oh man.
You know, Hardwick, wow, man. Did anybody, I don't know his ex-girlfriend. Does anybody know her?
I met her, but she
Chloe?
wasn't allowed to talk.
Oh,
Is this for real?
Yeah. Met her a few times. Never got a word out of her.
You did at midnight, right?
Did it a few times. Yeah.
about
she,
you?
she didn't work. I did it many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably did it 20 times, 15
It
times.
was a fun show.
It was. I mean, he's always been, but he did respond to it and said, no, it's not true. And like, I don't know what behind the scenes kind of proof there is or not proof, but they automatically pull him from or I think he pulled himself from Comic-Con, but they pull his talk show. And it's like, if there's other stuff that we're not privy to, all right, but now all of a sudden somebody says something and they just automatically take.
Totally.
Well, okay, it must be true. But then there's
Right.
someone on Twitter that Travis saw too who said, no, I've seen the evidence. So I don't know.
It's like you're right. It's like damage control instantly, where they're just like, pull the show, pull everything, and you're like, well, I mean,
We haven't gotten a verdict yet.
no.
I don't know if there's any real evidence or if it's just things that she has said. Like, you know, if they're in a relationship and like what was sexual assault, is that just being pushy for sex?
Yeah. Well,
Like, was he ever making her fuck or was
this
it?
was never sexual, he said. It was all like, you can't eat this, you can't talk in public, you can't drink, you can't do this, that.
So it was a dominating relationship. Look,
Yeah.
we've all dated. All right, so say it's true and he's a shitty boyfriend. Like, okay, he's a shitty boyfriend. All right, so what?
That's what freaks me out is like if he didn't do like some of the articles, the headlines say abuse, and you're like, well, did he abuse her?
Exactly. Was it physical?
I
like
don't
hitting?
know. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying I don't know.
Right, you don't know. And it was almost like when Jeffrey Tambor, when that whole thing with the actress on Arrested
Transparent-
Development. What's her name?
Jessica Walter.
Jessica Walter.
Who's that? Is that maybe? that the girl?
I don't know.
But Timbre just sounds like kind of a dick.
That's what I'm
doesn't he?
saying. He what he did was she's like, there was no sexual stuff here. Well, then that's not part of the conversation. Like, yeah, okay, he was an asshole on set. Jeffrey Tambor was an asshole in here.
Yeah,
Me and him had an argument.
He would just
Yes.
kept saying "Hey now" to her, you know.
Hey now.
He was a dick.
Yeah.
Fine. So he screamed at her. Apparently, it was really inappropriate and shitty and uncomfortable. And he was probably way out of line and owed everyone an apology. But that shouldn't be in a Me Too conversation.
Yeah, well,
a guy being a fucking asshole on set
Right.
is not the same.
But they just write abuse in the headline, and there you go.
But he was already in the Me Too conversation with the transparent stuff.
Right, and that's how it kind of got segued. And she's like, well, he
Yeah.
verbally assaulted me, or I forget the word she used. But, you know, a guy being a cocksucker or just being a jerk off is not the same thing.
Yeah,
No.
even the verbally assaulted is a weird. It's a weird.
I know
phrase.
everybody I've worked with has been a dick at some point.
Yeah.
You know?
Except in here.
Well.
Had delightful times in here. Nothing but laughter and friendship.
Shitloaf, I don't know.
R. Kelly's he's in deep trouble. His wife now, ex-wife is coming out about him.
He got away for a while, though.
We have clips. Okay, Travis has a clip. Travis wants a clip played. That's the rule. We play the clip.
I'm just merely suggesting.
No.
that
What
we
did
have
he
the
do?
clips.
Pissed on people.
No, but I mean, recently, what's the new
Some
development?
woman, I don't know. They said he had a sex cult. But a sex cult, and I say this, if everybody is an adult,
Yeah.
what is a sex cult? Like, there are people that like that weird, dominant vibe. It's true. Like, what keeps you in a sex cult?
I don't
Can't
know.
you just leave it?
Mind manipulation. I mean, you can manipulate people.
I guess you can, and I always give people credit for the ability just to say walk away. They always say, like, there's the weird double argument people have. Like, there's a term called "I give them agency," which
Right.
means it's how like feminists and how a lot of people excuse not attacking groups like Islam for the way they treat women, because they'll say like, well, no, I'm giving them agency, like those women want to be there and they want to. You know, I think that's the proper.
It's
use
kind of the
term.
way like feminists will call out comedians, but not rappers.
Exactly.
Never rappers.
Never.
They like to play it safe.
Yeah, because they're exactly. It's a bullshit argument. But I mean they do that and they say, well, I'm giving that person agency. It's how they can avoid attacking certain groups who mistreat the group that they're supposedly defending. But they
Totally.
don't want to attack the other group. So you know, giving someone agency means that you're kind of giving them credit for wanting to be there. Am I misusing that term? I think it's right. I'm fucking 50. I don't know all the young terms.
It's not like it's lit, you know.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
I think that means something's cool.
Oh, okay.
Parties get on. You're having a good time or whatever.
Thank you, DJ.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
The DJ knows. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm an older gentleman.
Got his tits reduced. He knows everything.
I know he does. He's fucking
I know.
shirts are fitting a little bit
I
better.
know R. Kelly is a dreadful, dreadful human being, but I do kind of miss his music a little bit.
Oh,
I
he's
never liked his
talented.
music.
Really?
Never
I
listen to
kinda
that
like some of
shit.
it.
No, it's just not my style. Are we looking up the eight? What does that mean? Giving somebody agency. I want to make
have
sure.
no idea. I've never heard that before.
Oh, you never heard that?
No,
Well,
but
you're
I'm
older.
also a bit older.
That's right. Giving someone agency.
I mean, I only heard of lit because my daughter says it.
Does she?
Yeah.
No, shit. She was talking about you. Individual agency when the person acts on his or her own behalf, whereas proxy agency is when an individual acts on the behalf of. So, okay, so you're acting on your own behalf, meaning that you want to be where you are. So, because a lot of times they'll attack like, oh, you know, this group does this and the way women are being treated, but then you go, yeah, but what about everyone in this religion? And like, yeah, but those people have agency. That's, I guess, where it kind of is an excuse to not attack a group you don't want to attack. Anyway, I'm babbling.
Was he a cult leader? I'm
I don't
confused
know.
on the cult thing.
That's what I don't know.
I thought he just fucked like a sex club.
Like they say he was grooming underage girls, which is fucking creepy.
That is really creepy.
Grooming, but
Like doing their hair?
no, the whole like preparing them, I guess.
Oh, I see.
And I'm not saying I have any mercy for him at all. But I mean, if you're an adult in the sex cult, if you're 20 years old, and look, you're old enough. I don't want to hear that. Well, you're only 18. Then the government shouldn't be able to fucking hand you a gun and send you to fucking Afghanistan to be killed by the Taliban. If you're too young to make a decision in your personal life, you should be too young to go over and get killed. But if you join a sex cult,
yeah,
what am I missing? Maybe I'm missing something.
I don't. Why would
Isn't
you
it a voluntary thing because you want to be there?
Exactly.
How do you get recruited?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I know there's that actress. Who's the actress now that they're saying is the sex cult? The one
Right, that blonde woman.
It's called Nexium or Nex.
Oh yeah, she's from Smallville.
Yeah. Is it the Nexium? N-E-X?
I don't know how it's pronounced.
M.
Yeah, it's NX.
Allison Mack. She's a cult slaver.
Slaver.
But is that a place that women? How do you become a slave? Like if you're raised in a cult, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're forced to be there.
Uh-huh.
But if there's just a dominant master guy and everybody's sucking his dick,
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand the dynamics. I don't know how that fucking happens.
I mean, it works out for that guy, the leader.
Yeah, she sought spiritual guidance. When women are being branded with a hot cauterizing pen.
Wow.
But what if you want to do that?
Well, apparently some do.
Yeah, what if that what if that turns you on to be like, hey, I'm giving myself to this person, and I don't.
I bet it turns them on for a while, and then they probably have like one moment where you're like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Well, yeah, but if you're allowed to just leave when you want to leave, other than like, I don't know, I don't know what the next NEXIVM. Stop with the fucking Roman U. Cocksucker. I'm so sick of the V being you. You don't look smarter.
I love in the sex cult conversation, the V is the part that pisses you off.
I know. I know.
damn
I
you.
know. You know, give a big D, I'm fine with. But
because the pen is unpretentious.
Yeah.
It is, right?
It is. It is, I guess.
I don't know.
But it's very pretentious. Oh, yeah, and there's no E.
No E.
That
God damn it.
spelling of that really annoys me.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, let's see. Greg in Texas. Yes, let's see, Greg. Do you have information?
Yeah, back when this was all coming out, I saw some of the articles, and what kind of worked out was he would find young girls who were kind of underage, like at that 16, 17, who were up-and-coming artists. So he leveraged his name to help them, like, get involved. And he used that relationship to build a further one, and he started taking care of them kind of as like a daddy.
Okay.
And in exchange, he would start taking their phones, and he'd buy them one. But he had full control over the bot phone, and he'd have their private information, like their secrets, family secrets, and shit like that. So it's like he slowly slithered in on their life, telling them he's going to give them a good career. But then, once they got deeper into it, they didn't realize what he was really doing.
Okay. What would you say a bot phone? What's a bot phone? Oh, bot. Be a bot.
No. Buy.
Okay, buy.
Like
okay, that
he
makes
buys
sense.
The iPhone 7.
Okay.
Set it up.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Get a free phone.
But then he would keep all their information.
And he even had a bottom bitch.
A bottom bitch.
Okay, that's like a pimp
Yeah,
thing.
basically. Yeah, exactly. He would have one woman with him who was just been in this in the long haul, and she would train the younger ones to kind of do what he wants. So there's also feminine support as well. So it's, you know how those things are a little bit different when you also have a woman telling you what to do,
Right.
instead of just a dude.
Okay, yeah, if you get underage girls, that's different, man. It's a
bad.
different world. Thank you very much. Okay.
So he's grooming them and then taking them.
That makes
All right,
sense.
take
Okay,
care,
so
guys.
it's a slow process. I'm thinking about women like this Smallville actress goes up and goes, hey, let's go fuck this guy. And then all of a sudden you want to just stay and fuck him is
Yeah.
different. But yeah, if you're underage and you think this guy's going to help you with your career.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, any type of career stuff.
Yeah.
Where you're taking somebody. I heard Howard, but Howard Hughes wouldn't have survived Me Too. They said that he would buy up your contract and make you watch movies all day.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like just all kinds of crazy, and to just kind of own your life.
Eccentric rich people have the weirdest game.
They do, right?
Yeah.
Well, they got money. What's her face said that Howard Hughes was the worst lay of her life.
Who said that?
I think it was
Estelle
Hepburn.
Getty. She said he wouldn't stop eating her ass and pissing into a jar.
Oh, Hedy Lamarr. Hedy Lamarr said that.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Which one was Hedy Lamarr?
She was the old cunt who she was pretty, but she invented Wi-Fi, but nobody gave her the credit
Are
because she
you
was
joking?
so hot. No, look, there she is. Put in Hedy Lamarr Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There was just a documentary about
Wait,
it.
she invented Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
What year?
Oh, 30s? I don't know, but she got no credit.
The name Hetty really went out of style.
It really did, yeah, because the A's jumped in there. All of a sudden, it became a different term.
It's Jim's nickname.
Whoa, hold on a second. Dump that out. Okay.
Have you ever done a sex club?
Yes, I've gone. Wait, did I go to one or me and Voss
Whoa!
went to the old vault, but nothing happened. We went up. It was just weird. We kind of laughed about it and left in a half hour. And I don't know if I've ever gone to one because you usually need a girl to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a dirty little voyeur, but I'm not a big exhibitionist. So for me,
wait, what's the difference?
An exhibitionist likes to perform in front of people.
Oh, okay.
And there's guys that have big dicks that can
Voss was selling his albums, right?
People usually like come off their back. I don't. No, man. Sex clubs are not for me. But it's only because I feel like I would just be there by myself, tweedling my nipples and not maintaining an erection.
Right.
It'd be horrible. How about you?
No, I couldn't do it.
No, right?
I like being the only dick in the room.
Really? Well,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
congratulations today. Come on, Jim. Cut it out. Give me those ribs. Oh, Uncle Jim. Sam, would you ever go?
No, I had one time I went to a girl's place and she kind of sabotaged me, and there was a guy there too, and it freaked me the fuck out.
Oh, wow.
The
I
Asian guy?
No, the girl was Asian.
Asian girl.
What did she want you to do? Did she want you to lick her hole after he pounded it? Pardon my French.
This is how it happened. I was in the room. She invited me over, and she was going down on me, and she said, "I sure hope my roommate doesn't catch us." And I was like, "Yeah, I also hope that." And then she goes, "No, I hope he does catch us." And I was like, "I don't know what that means," but I left. I stayed. So we go into a room, and she's going down on me, and the door just swings right open. He's there the whole time. He's like a jack guy, tank top, like scary looking guy. And he's just staring at me while she's going down to me. And I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
And I remember he just said, he's like, are we going to do this? And I was like, no.
So what'd you do?
I was like, I gotta. He said at one point, he's like, you're either in or you're out. And I was like, I'm fucking out. I ran out with my pants around my ankles. I was terrified.
Oh, wow. You really got out of there. Yeah, that's a little uncomfortable. I would want to know. I'd want to know. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think, I'm cool with everything as long as it's honest and consensual.
Dude, I had one time back when you used to answer newspaper ads.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a woman, older woman. This is like in the local newspaper, looking for men, just her. So we start talking. I send her a picture. It was through mail. You'd send it to the newspaper and they'd mail it on.
Holy shit.
You're like Bukowski.
Yeah, it was it was really fucking old school.
It takes forever. You're horny
did.
now, then you got to mail a letter.
They used to have in the adult bookstores. They'd have these swingers where you'd marry. Once in a while they'd have a number, and those were gold. But you'd mail it to a PO box, or you'd mail it to the magazine. It would take you 2 weeks to get a response. I met like one couple that way.
It's insane. That's like how people used to meet.
But I did it through a newspaper, and I met this woman. We started talking. She lived in North Jersey. I was probably 20, and she's like, "Well, I was looking for straight guys, and so I sent. It's just me, but I'm actually married, and my husband wants to watch."
Ooh.
So I did it, and it was really weird. He looked like a guy who made pizzas. Horseshoe baldness. And I remember.
Is he just throwing dough in the air?
No, but he just had that look of a little pizza maker.
Oh, okay.
And she was cute. Me and her were fooling around, and she was sucking my dick on the couch. I think I was 69ing, and he was watching her. But then I was like, is it just her? Like a part of me thought that she held my dick and he licked it. I got weirded out. I couldn't prove it, but I got weirded out. I wasn't like I could definitely tell. But I got really, now I probably wouldn't care. But back then I was like, I was young. I was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's an extra tongue.
Yeah. Did I fuck her? I don't remember if I fucked her. I might have seen her twice. I don't remember.
That's the worst moment. This girl messaged me again. I'm like, I'll do it, but just don't bring him back.
Totally.
That's how,
That's why it's good to be a guy. A girl would never do that.
And I want to get to Hedy Lamarr, too. Oh, Rich in Toronto has information on this sex cult. Which cult do you mean? The NXIVM cult?
Yeah, man, that NXIVM cult, all the girls had to keep full bush.
Well, I guess he liked a good hairy puss. Do you know, I've kind of...
That's fucking awesome. I'm a bushman myself.
Oh, okay,
Really?
cool. Well, then, congratulations.
Bush quail.
I'm,
All right, have a good day.
I'm going to break it in a second if you want to eat, because I want to eat too. We'll go in like 2 minutes. The full bush, there's a girl I've talked to once in a while who has a really hairy pussy and ass.
Yeah.
And it turns me on a lot, because it's natural for her.
Judy Gold.
She probably does. I'm sure Judy does.
Sure. She's got a bird's nest down there.
I'm sure she does.
Got to cover the penis somehow.
No, you don't.
Judy, I love you. She hears that.
Love
She'll
you,
be mad at me for
Judy.
that one.
She'll come in, you see the ripple in the water cup. Oh, no. Judy's coming.
The building's shaking. We're like, fuck, Judy.
But I don't mind a good fucking once in a while. It doesn't have to be hairy. But I don't mind it. This girl's a hairy pussy and she doesn't shave it because it's naturally her, and it kind of turns me on. She'll send me pictures.
Yeah, I don't mind the bush, but when it starts getting wet, it's all matted down.
It can be a mess.
That's just like bubbles and shit in there and crumbs.
There could be something. There can be like an animal thing to it.
Yeah,
which I kind of like. So let's go to Hedy Lamarr before we go to break. I want to see what the fuck Hedy Lamarr was doing. I think it's called. If it wasn't for Hedy Lamarr, we wouldn't have Wi-Fi.
Thank you.
What did she do? She $3,000 a week contract at MGM, which is wow. And they said she simulated a female orgasm. Is there a documentary we can watch this so I don't just read it?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Is it? What's it called?
Shit, I can't remember. I think it's called Hedy or Wi-Fi or.
She also came up with bouillon cubes.
Jesus
Wow,
Christ.
I didn't know that.
Weird, and we should watch the R. Kelly clips when we get back. What a weird couple of things. Because what, she was a woman, they didn't give her credit?
Well, she was so hot and beautiful and sexual. She was in all these like hoary movies.
Yeah.
So there's like, stay in that lane. And she's like, but I'm an inventor. And they're like, shut up, you dumb broad. And they just kept her in the pictures.
I would have fucked Hedy Lamarr in a second.
Sure. She fucked every guy. She
Did
went
she?
through the gamut.
Oh, wow. All right, let's see the, it's only a 1-minute clip. Zeitgeist Films.
Volume.
That's documentary music, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Plucking dumb guitar.
It's a theater that sells cashews. Playing this.
The Angelica does sell quiche.
I don't know whether it's true,
but
you hear things.
She is this perfect underdog crime fighter by night story.
She was such a big star. She seemed so untouchable.
She was so ahead of her time.
She said more than once, my beauty is my curse. And by that she meant people never got past her.
Shut up. We know what she meant.
Stories.
Immigrant.
Like prison escape.
Jesus.
She created.
She was an Austrian, I believe.
Oh, Vienna.
There you go.
She did have a secret.
Nice mug.
It's beautiful.
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. That's her technology.
You think, how could this be possible?
If I wanted to be harsh, I would say she was a plagiarizer.
You don't get to be Hedy Lamarr and...
Can you pause?
I know.
How does a fucking phoner make it into the trailer? Could you get a fucking Skype connection if you're filming a documentary? Jesus Christ, the audio of the Chip podcast. Fucking plagiarizer. All right. Jesus Christ.
Go on now.
Go on now. Fucking how about arms or legsy? I don't know. I couldn't.
Daddy like.
Daddy like. Daddy invent. All right, what's this say here? Almost done.
There comes a point when you can't take any more, then you have to make yourself heard.
She was stunning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a horrible trailer.
It was stunk, but I never realized how beautiful. Because you forget these old school ones from the, hello, my baby, like from those. Because they always have the same stupid fucking hair cover for the water, so you can't see their face. They all have the same shitty hairdo.
Yeah.
Which is probably what they'll say in 100 years about the 1980s or whatever. The era.
Yeah.
Those dumb bathing suits, but she was really attractive.
Oh, yeah.
When did she die? When did that bitch die?
I don't know.
In the
80s?
40s? Oh, the 80s? Okay.
Oh, yeah, she lasted. But it was one that she died penniless and
Oh,
everybody
2000,
hated her.
1914.
Oh, look at that.
So she was 86.
I feel like everyone that came from like that Austria area was super dark. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like all those like great directors were like Germany or something. You know,
Yeah.
like Preminger and all that, like Fritz Lang. They all these like dark people.
Mm-hmm.
From that era, maybe. What, do you think it
Yeah.
has something to do with the Nazis? No, the whole World
I think
War
it
I
did.
thing?
Yeah, I think it was like because they were all noir people, so I think it was like a reflection of like the
Okay.
times. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she died in 2000, so she did get to see some of her invention come to. Imagine that the thing that changed the world you thought of 50 years ago,
and nobody cared.
I'm going to guess that had something to do with German communications. We should learn a little bit more about that during the break, and we'll come back and we'll have a few laughs.
Yeah.
Of course. We're waiting for Sam Roberts. I'm not waiting for Sam Roberts. I mean, if he comes, he comes.
Yeah, who needs him?
Yeah. Dennis Miller's not coming today. We had him for an hour, but for some reason he's sick. So whenever Joe List wants to come in, we're happy to have Joe come in early. Mark and Sam are here. I have the Chip podcast on sale. True Selfish Asshole does his own plugs first for September. Hilarities in Cleveland is now on sale. I'm going to be there in August. The first time
nice.
doing that room. And I
Great
think,
club.
is it? And I have
Yeah.
stuff in Montreal is on sale too. I'm doing shows for Just for Laughs. I have 2 shows. Might be the Jesu Theater. I don't know the dates. I should probably have them.
Great strip clubs.
Yes, they do. I don't go.
Come on, they let you touch.
I know. I don't go to strip clubs. I haven't gone in a long time. Maybe I will this time. JimNorton.com for my dates. Where are you going to be, Sam?
Sacramento Punchline, the 28th through the 30th.
What a great room.
Oh, I'm pumped. And then I'm doing a benefit the 25th with Mackie. We got some big guests on that at the Comedy Cellar, 8 p.m. For Shitty Harvest, the homeless. And,
Shitty Harvest. Is that what I heard?
No, City Harvest.
Oh, sorry.
And Jesus.
You did say Shitty
I
Harvest.
heard Shitty
I thought
Harvest.
you said Shitty Harvest.
No,
Like,
man.
What kind of fruits and vegetables are these?
And then, and I got my podcast, Keeping Joe, with Mackie and Phil. So check that out.
yes. And weren't you on the last Chip podcast that went up yesterday?
That was a hot one.
Yeah, with Nikki, the sex therapist.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be, Mark?
I will be at the DC Draft House, Levity Live this weekend,
Yeah.
and Portland Helium coming up.
All
and
great rooms, man.
All great rooms, great clubs, and then I'm doing Tuesdays with Stories.
Do you
with me
take
and
any
Joe List.
weekends off or no?
I try not to.
Yeah, I was on that run for a long time, man. Where you just fucking boom, when like, I would never do Wednesday, but you just go in and doing the weekend, doing the weekend. I kind of got exhausted with it.
Yeah,
and I get sick of my act, so I need a few weeks off here and there, and then come back and do it in a different order, and it helps a little.
Well, I got a big nut. I got that apartment.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I totally when Opie and Anthony kicked off the air in 2002, and then Tough Crowd started. I was desperate, and all I did was work.
Yeah.
When fucking cocksucker K-Rock tried to fire me off the Opie and Anthony show because they blamed me, these pieces of shit, for low. It's a long story, but fucking they tried to get me fired for 6 months. They only had me coming in a couple days a week. It still makes me fucking angry when I think about that. But I had an HBO special I was shooting, so I just said, "Fuck it, we'll make it this. I'll just go out and do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come home on Monday, and then go out and just do Monday, Tuesday, whatever." It worked out so that the fans weren't like necessarily going, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But I went out and just did weekend after weekend to prepare for HBO, and it worked out. But those cocksuckers tried to fire me.
What would you do if you never got radio? Would you just keep doing the road?
I don't know. My life would have been very different.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Pretty stable gig. You get some cash coming in.
Oh yeah, I love this gig. It's fun, and I see my friends.
Yeah,
like literally, a lot of guys you don't see your friends for a year sometimes because you're headlining, they're headlining. But I see guys all the time because they're in here. I'll see you guys. I'll see Voss. I'll see Bobby. Anybody I want to see comes on the show.
That is nice.
So you kind of it keeps you much more grounded.
Yeah.
I can't it limits a little bit what I can do on the road, but not really.
Nah.
Sirius is great. They don't give a fuck if I. A lot of times on my contract, I can go away for a Friday and do a gig, and they don't give a shit.
All right.
So, all right, I'm babbling. We will be back, and I guess Sam is here, and Mark is here, and Joe List is coming in.
Yeah.
Sammy Brand Muffins will never make it. New Chip podcast is up. Be right back.
We'll be back. With more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
My left stroke just went viral.
In another universe, Jim and Sam are still on a break. And this one, they're back. Right now.
Okay, now I'm trying to figure out the mics again because I think we got them all, right? Hi.
Hey.
Yo.
All right, cool. And Troy. I know Troy.
This is not in television anymore. Jim.
I know. I was just talking off here. This is old man chatter. Hold on. Let me just write this down. Call. Oh. Nice. Sorry. I'm trying to remember I got someone coming in to fix something today, so I got to call home and let the desk let them in.
Uh-huh.
All right, we're here with Sam Morrill and Mark, two of my favorite guests. I love when you guys come on.
Oh, stop.
Thank you.
I do.
thanks.
And Joe List, hopefully, will be here soon. I'm happy to have
Nice.
Joe in. He doesn't come in that much.
No.
Listomania.
Yeah, good egg. Funny guy.
He's a really funny dude.
Small mouth.
He has a tiny little mouth. He's a big. How tall is dumb Joe List? He's
6'2",
He's a
6'3"?
big guy, and so I'm
He's got
walking.
to be my head, I think.
What are you?
Like 6'2", 6'2.5".
Oh, I'm
I
such
say
a
to some people.
I'm a shrimp.
You're a little man.
I'm a fucking shrimp.
You're a shaved ferret.
I remember my ex-girlfriend was like 5'9" or 5'10". This is humiliating. But after we broke up, I was on I got on my knees to go to the top shelf, and I saw candy that she had fucking hidden. She had hidden candy, so I wouldn't get it. And she told me, she's like, "Yeah, I didn't want you to go get the candy," because she knew I was trying to eat better.
That's adorable.
I know, I'm such a fucking twerp. Just a fucking man who deserves no respect.
You with little raccoon hands opening a bag of M&Ms.
Fucking repulsive.
Yeah.
A truly worthless twerp.
But yeah, Joe List is a type 2 mouth. It's a medical term. So it's like
Wow.
actually doctors have trouble getting in there, like dentists. Yeah. It feels,
Oh my God, he has a teeny little mouth.
Feels good on the beach.
Probably feels awful on the beach.
Well, it makes your dick feel huge.
Yeah.
You can't even get around it.
So how do they get into his
It's just harder. They got to like get some tiny instruments.
do they really when he comes
Yeah.
in, let's just look at his mouth.
Let's do it.
He talks about it?
Oh, yeah.
I have a type 2 mouth.
And so does the
Type
YouTube
2.
comments.
Joe's very funny though because he talks about the stuff that's real. You know, he's like the stuff that you can use.
So
Sure.
self-deprecating.
Yeah, and wild herpes.
But in his mouth?
No. Dick.
No, it's just
Dick
that comes with the territory. Not fucking.
Well, it is 1 in 4, so that helps. It works that he's here.
Thank
Wow.
God.
I know. That's
so
why I hang out with him. So
I want to
my
ask
odds
you
are
about his
lower.
mouth.
Tiny.
All right, just dropped a little gas. Dropped a little gas.
Yeah.
So what are we going to look at? We're going to look at something. Oh, we were talking in television. What video are we going to watch? Oh, the R. Kelly wife.
Oh.
Ooh. I'm excited.
Yeah, Travis said there was video. And if Travis, if Teft,
video, you with the.
I mean, there's video, but we also cut the clips.
that's just the audio.
Didn't Camille Cosby arrest
Camille?
Didn't she come out as something? Is she
She
still with
left.
him?
She left the house. I think.
Oh, she left. Finally.
Let me see. Let's look that up. I want to see that more. I'm guessing that might even be financial. If he knows he's about to get sued,
Yeah.
let's see.
He'll never spend a day in prison.
She was ride or die for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
She stuck it out.
It's a good bitch.
He fired his lawyers. The divorce reports are denied. She's not leaving him. That's cool.
Wow, what a woman.
They're not getting divorced. She looks like the Great Adventure Man. So he fired his lawyers? I guess after they got him,
Yeah, he fired the whole team.
Why?
Well, they lost.
That'll do it.
Yep.
But I don't know what, I mean, what could they have
I don't know.
done?
Maybe new lawyers can get him a better sentencing deal. I don't know. Or he thinks that way, maybe.
Uh-huh. All right.
He's not sentenced till what, September? So they've got time.
What a shit summer this is, thinking this might be your last summer free forever.
Yeah. He's one of those. I wouldn't be surprised if he killed himself.
That'd be nice.
I don't know, man.
You don't think so?
No, because I think if he went away, he would do 3 years. He might get 10, but he would do 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the federal guidelines are or the sentencing guidelines or how long you'd have to be. He'd go to a cushy jail.
Yeah.
And he'd be a god.
You think? I think he'd be going around, hey, pull your pants up to all the inmates.
No, the inmates would love him.
What?
You kidding? Bill
think?
Cosby?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's Cosby.
He's America's dad.
But he's a different. And there's enough people that go, oh, he didn't do that shit. There's enough people that think that he didn't do it. So I think that people would, they'd want to hang out with him in jail.
Damn.
It's like Bernie Madoff. He's a piece of shit, but guys are probably picking his brain for fucking. Jared is a different story, but Bernie Madoff.
They hate pedophiles.
Oh, they hate pedos. But I think that fucking Jared, guys like Bernie Madoff, you just get financial advice from.
Yeah, no, he went in. They said he was like a god when he went in there. Everyone wanted to hang out with him.
Well, he's a gangster. He in that world, he stole $1 billion.
He won to them.
Interesting.
Because half of those guys were in jail for putting a gun in someone's face, for walking into a store, taking $2,000. He stole $1 billion fucking dollars.
Yeah.
How many guys are in jail who stole $1 billion?
No.
Like he's the ultimate. He's everything those guys want to be. He lived a criminal life. He didn't have to kill anybody for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he did. Some people killed themselves. He's a complete piece of shit. But
his son.
Oh my God! And his other son's dead too. Aren't both his sons dead?
I think so.
I almost feel bad for the wife because they're saying she really didn't know. She wasn't privy to the business.
Right.
Who did the movie on
De
him?
Niro which I thought De Niro was amazing as him. De Niro and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh.
And De Niro, I think it was a great role.
Yeah.
He played Bernie. That's a hard role to play because everybody knows what De Niro looks like and everybody knows what Bernie looks like.
Right.
And you hear a moment of De Niro here and there, but he really played it well. You hear put the papers down. You're like, oh, but it was very, very little. He was great. That's my favorite thing he's done in a long time.
Yeah, look at that.
He looked
he
like
looks
him.
just like him.
Didn't he look like him?
Wow, well
the
done.
makeup people did a good job. It's got to be hard when you're Pacino or you're De Niro and you're such a defined character as a person.
Yeah.
And people are having De Niro, Pacino's doing nothing but playing other.
Yeah.
Kevorkian, he was great. Fucking Paterno, he was great. Phil Spector, he was great.
Yeah.
Those HBO movies, man, the best things Pacino has done in 15 years or 20 years.
Here's the question. In 10, 15 years, who will play Trump?
Ooh. No one looks like him, so it's just got to be someone good.
Everyone playing Trump is basically you got to get a guy who plays Trump who doesn't do a caricature of Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Stoltz.
Oh well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, get some of the old Mask makeup out.
Right.
Was that Eric Stoltz?
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
cool.
call.
You ever see Mask?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, come on.
Jim
Rocky
Carrey?
Dennis. Well, I love a good Rocky Dennis joke. yeah. My mom said I look like a lion.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at that, huh?
It's a
Michelle
true
Wolf.
story.
Love you, Wolf. Too easy. It was right there. It's the hair, not the face.
It's worse the more you explain it.
Yeah, I'm sure that would make a woman feel better. Like, God, my hair looks like Rocky Dennis and not my face. Come on, your cunt doesn't look like his. You smooth talker, Mark.
Check out The Break on Netflix. I love Wolf.
I love
it.
So
It just
funny.
hit me.
That's very funny.
She would enjoy that.
Yeah, I'm sure she would. Any woman would. What woman wouldn't enjoy an offhanded Rocky Dennis comparison that cracks the room up?
She would laugh and then cross your name out.
Yeah, exactly. Every woman would enjoy that. That Mark.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm
Yeah,
out.
yeah. It was with Cher and was it Sam Shepard or who was the guy in that?
God, Cher was hot.
She was. Oh, Sam Elliott. Sorry, not Sam.
Sam Elliott.
Sam
he was
Elliott,
sexy.
the man.
Yeah, he played a guy named Rocky. That's true story. It's actually a really sad movie, but boy, did we have a lot of laughs over the years about fucking Rocky Dennis.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Him and Corky.
Corky, yeah, life goes on. People still know who he was.
Yeah. Well, he's a famous retard.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
He certainly was. And he did a. Has he done anything since then? I forget his real name.
Corky?
What's his real name?
I don't know. Rich Voss. Chris Burke.
That's right.
Look at that guy! Wow.
But he has, I think, really mild Down syndrome. Like he's not, I mean, he's obviously could do a role if he was functional. I mean, he did a show.
It's kind of like when black guys get banned, like, oh, you only use the light-skinned. It's like the retarded people, like, hey, you only use the mildly retarded, huh? What about us?
Hey, was Warren in? Something about Mary? Was he retarded? Or was that just an actor playing a
that
role?
guy was in like Raising Arizona and stuff.
Oh, he was.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like a legit actor.
He was just playing a role.
Yeah,
Frank
I
and
think
Beans.
Yeah. Oh my God, that fucking movie's so good.
That is a really
good.
mean and funny movie, man. I haven't seen it in 10 years, but god damn, it was hilarious.
We watch some of these movies and you're like, some of the best jokes you can't make now.
No, you're so right.
Come on, her with a load in her hair.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
How great was
How
that?
about when he said, I work with retards?
Yeah.
Was that Matt Dillon or
Yeah.
no?
Oh, he was great in that.
Oh my God, that's like one of the best comedic performances. Matt
love
Dillon's
those
His fucking awful thin mustache.
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
I love those fucking Mondoloids.
The dog biting the dick. I mean, there's some really funny moments.
He's got a
in that.
forehead like a drive-in movie theater.
Yeah.
Just fucking great lines.
It's sad that that's all gone.
The Farrelly brothers had a killer run, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, remember how hot she was back then?
Oh my God.
1994. I saw
that-
this in the theater.
Dude,
His
Chris
off-
Elliott, holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Elliott was so funny.
His braces.
Yeah. Best
Oh.
line in the whole movie. His wife walks up and goes, could you make us some chocolate chip cookies? And she goes, chocolate chip? Chocolate chip. You got to see it. I can't
No,
do
it's
it
great. I
justice.
remember that. It's great.
I don't remember that part.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
he's
that.
just so shitty to his wife.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Remember he's watching the news and it cuts back and she's blowing him? He's like, that's Ted. Holy shit. Her head pops up and he pushes it back down.
I love Ben Stiller's terrible mouth in that.
Yes. Oh, how about Harlan Williams? What a moment
Oh
that
my
was.
God, yeah, the hitchhiker.
Yes.
6 minute abs.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
7 monkeys on a branch.
I got to see this again.
Oh, dude, it's
Lee Evans, a funny British comic,
oh my
was in that.
God, dude,
Who
he's
was that?
so good.
Oh, that
in it.
guy, the cripple guy.
Yeah, he was also in a movie with Jerry Lewis. I forget what he played, but he's a really, really funny, physical British
Yes.
comic.
Unbelievable, dude.
Great physical.
Yeah, so it's so good in that movie.
And then he comes off as the pothead pizza delivery guy at the end. You two should be kissing my hairy fucking beanbag. So many great lines.
I know, that movie is like, yeah.
The tan woman.
Yes, she was good.
Dude, you realize, like, holy shit, how many comedies is like where everyone kills it?
Yeah.
Everyone in this movie kills it.
What's the last good comedy? Old School?
I didn't see that.
What? Oh, that's some perks.
You never saw Old School?
No.
Oh,
some
it's fucking
gems.
great, dude.
Is it? Who's in that? Is that Will Ferrell?
and Vince Vaughn and Luke Wilson. It's great.
Never saw it.
Oh yeah, College Romp.
That's like a good drinking comedy.
Yes.
They don't make many of those anymore.
No.
Like, I feel like Animal House, like every movie tried to be that, and it just like nothing could.
Yep.
If I remember Animal House right, I enjoyed it.
Come on, had a rape scene, a lot of drunk girls.
It is weird with like all these
the pillow fight,
these weird rapey scenes now. Like when you look at a lot of the older movies,
Porky's,
or fucking how about fucking 16 Candles?
Oh yeah.
How about Revenge of the Nerds, where they're just running through the panty raid and they're cheering?
Yeah.
We've got Bush. We've got Bush.
What was the rape scene in Porky's?
Well, it's not a rape scene, but they're just watching them shower, and
that's
one of them
right.
sticks his dick through the hole in the shower, and they're like, "Woo!"
But the funny part was that when the woman grabs it, and she has her fucking foot up on the thing.
That was a classic like turn in the '80s. It's like you're going for the hot chick, and some fat chick comes out of nowhere,
And just and grabs your dick, and her pulling the dick with her foot on the wall.
That's gold, baby.
The female coach. Do we have that, Troy? In Porky's, the dick through the fucking wall. Do you ever see that movie, Troy? Nope. Travis? Yeah, that's a classic. We were just talking
Kim
about
Cattrall, dude.
Yeah. Was a young
Oh
kid.
my
Halloween.
God, Kim
There was a
Cattrall.
weird anti-Semitic plot
Oh,
line
dude,
through
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
He's
the
a-
guy. We were just talking about this at the cellar. Me and Mike Yard. Hey, you're a kite. No, it's kike. You're too stupid to even be a good bigot. It's kike, not kite. Remember the guy kept calling him a kite, not knowing the proper term?
Yeah.
And the
Weird.
Jewish guy corrected him like, you idiot. Wasn't there a guy named Meat in that?
Meat. He was the Jew, I think.
No.
No?
No, it was a little guy.
Aha. Not pork.
It was God. There's so many good scenes in this movie too. I always think of the scene also, dude, Revenge of the Nerds, where he just wears a mask as the boyfriend and he fucks her.
He fucks her.
And he
Darth
takes
Vader.
the mask off, and she's like, "Oh, well, you were so good." You're like, "That's fucking rape."
Yeah.
we did I did one of my ill-fated talk shows pilots for IFC. Kurt was writing, and I think Nick Mullen was writing. There's a lot of good, funny writers on that. And one of those guys came up with that the rape stuff from the 80s, which was not considered rape.
Yeah.
And those were two of the ones we showed. Was Revenge of the Nerds, where she comes up. Oh, and the other one was 16 Candles, where she's so drunk and she's like, "Who are you?"
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, "He's me. I'm him." And then Anthony Michael Hall drives home and like fucks the hot girl.
Yes.
Because she's so drunk, she thinks it's the other boyfriend.
I've been there. It works. Oh, yeah, they fuck with that Asian guy, too. That's a stereotype. Where is my automobile?
These have not aged well for any reason.
No, but I mean, they're
Although
great.
the John Hughes movies, I don't mind.
No, I love them.
I still like
He
a
was
good.
a great writer.
He
man.
was really good, man.
I heard a
Especially
dick.
Was
Real-
he a dick?
I heard a real dick.
I got to be honest. That fucking Judd, what's his name? Judd Nelson in
Breakfast Club?
Oh boy, who doesn't relate to that?
You see this? That's when you spill paint in the garage.
Really, his character does not at all hold up.
Over the top. Oh my God! Can we please try to find like one clip of it? It's so good.
It's too embarrassing. I can't watch it.
Really?
The Bad Boy.
All right, watch some of
The
it.
Bad Boys. It's so bad.
He must have got laid like crazy off that
Oh
roll,
my
though.
God! Fucking, he must have smelled like pussy up to his elbow.
Ali Sheedy was hot, man.
Yeah, and Emilio Estevez was great.
He's the
I love this
principal's
guy.
great.
He was in Money Talks.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Michael Hall is great.
I don't get Molly Ringwald. Why is she considered hot?
She was pretty.
She was hot.
Really?
His
Yeah,
gloves
she's a
are
hot
not.
redhead.
I don't. Oh,
She was good mask.
Judd Nelson dresses like Big J Okerson, by the way.
She was very pretty in that.
Look at that.
Very clever, sir. But what if there's a fire? I think violating fire codes and endangering the lives
Every
of
school had
children
this
would be
guy.
unwise at this juncture.
See, I didn't mind him right there being like a dick and goofing off, but trying to be passionate. That's what annoyed me. Like when you finally get him, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
He broke too easily.
his bandanas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when the teacher said, take a swing at me. I'll give you one shot, and he didn't do it.
Oh, when he keeps raising the tension?
Yeah.
That's a good scene.
Oh, yeah. What about the scene where he's going through the air conditioning duct and he's telling a joke? He never finishes it.
Anybody.
I remember.
The next screw that falls out is going to.
Also, he takes a bite out of Ringwald's snatch. Remember that?
What was that?
No.
He's
Oh, here
under
it
the
is.
table.
This is it.
Eat my short.
Was that edited?
No.
You just bought one more right there.
Well, I'm free the Saturday after that. Beyond that, I'm gonna have to check my calendar.
Good. Because it's going to be filled. We'll keep going. You want another one? Say the word. Just say the word. Instead of going to prison, you'll come here. Are you through?
No.
Hi, Joe.
Started watching movies.
That's another one right now. I've got you for the rest of your natural born life.
Oh, hold
I
on.
watch your step. You want another
We're talking John Hughes.
one? Yes.
I watched Uncle Buck
You got
last
another
night.
one right there. That's another one, pal.
Yeah. Have you ever seen? The Breakfast Club?
Have I seen it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just talking about how Judd Nelson does not hold up as far as being a bad guy or a bad boy.
Yeah, he doesn't seem that tough.
Is your mouth really that small?
It's pretty small.
We were
It
talking
doesn't-
about that.
It doesn't open wide. People have turned it into a small lip, which I feel like
Okay.
I have a very normal lip. I would
You
say I
have
have
good
better
lips.
lips than you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
No
saying much,
offense.
though. No, none taken.
Yeah,
My lips
but
are not a good barometer.
My mouth
though.
does not open wide. I could not
me
blow
see.
most men.
me
This
see.
is no joke.
Oh my God.
That's tiny.
Is that? I guess I would never have noticed that though.
Yeah, it's called a type 2 mouth.
Yeah, that's what they were saying before.
Yeah.
So what do? They can't like cut something and fix it?
cut something.
I don't. I guess there's no ligament you can cut and make your mouth open.
No, it's not causing you any problems.
Is he the
It's fine.
Joker? What are we gonna do?
I can get
slice them,
braces or whatever. But yeah, it's just hard to do oral surgery. They need a guy with small hands to get in there.
Do they realize? So you have a hard time when you go to the dentist?
No, it sucks. It's called. It's just more difficult. Like some people have like a big. You got a big mouth. Look at it. See, that's like way bigger.
Yeah, Sam has like a CS1. It's a cocksucker one.
I can take a load.
Yeah. No, I can take loads. It's got to be my own though.
Yeah, understandable.
But yeah, it's very. It doesn't open wide.
Does it hurt when you open it wider or no?
No, not particularly. But like if somebody fucking got in there, it would hurt.
sure
It's a
it'd be
normal,
unpleasant.
normal pain. If you punched it, it would hurt. And when I chew, it doesn't particularly hurt bad. But
I don't know why I'm fascinated with it. I've never noticed it before.
yeah, well, it's a fun thing. 'Cause I brought it up on Bobby's podcast, and it's now taken off, and everyone does like, you fucking small mouth. But I'm like, well, I started the whole thing, so it's not really.
You're not getting me on it. I mentioned it.
affecting me.
I don't
Yeah.
like when people double down on an already self-deprecating joke.
Oh my God. Nice man tits. I know. I said that in 2000. Fucking asshole.
and they're still there.
Of course they are. Thank God.
Well, you are thinner.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, you look great.
Oh, Joe, cut it out.
Yes, I'd like to blow you, but I can't.
No, no, you could. It would fit.
But yeah, but yeah, it turned into a thin lip thing, and most white men, like the majority of white men, have no upper lip whatsoever.
You're
I think
right.
we're all
It's
doing
true.
okay-ish. You have one, which is
Yeah,
nice.
Sam
But if you
is-
watch like the
I
news,
take out my eyebrows.
it's bad. Like MSNBC, there's not one guy that has an upper lip on there. I just watched Real Time, and George Will was on. He has like negative lip. It goes like nostrils to hole. It's unbelievable.
It's a conservative. He's a conservative. I was just someone else just mentioned George Will recently. Is he he's a conservative like author? Or?
Yeah, he's like a classic conservative. What do you call it? Journalist, or what do you call it when
Pundit?
you write?
Pundit,
he's
yeah.
a pundit, but also a syndicated
Editorial columnist.
thing. Yeah, he's a douche. I don't know what he is.
How about who's the one that just announced he has fucking a few weeks to live for the Washington Post? That he's got cancer and it came back, and he's like a really loved guy, and he's a great writer apparently. And they said he has a couple weeks left to live because of cancer. Like his cancer came back.
That might be him. I mean, George.
No,
Will
it's
was
not
on,
George Will.
He was on Mar and he was shaking like a leaf, and my wife was like, "He's nervous," and I'm like, "I think he's just 98 years old. I don't think he's that nervous about real time."
dying.
You know, go to Washington Post cancer, Troy. Whoever that guy's name is, he just and I didn't know who I'd heard his name, but I didn't really. Washington Post cancer.
Mm-hmm.
What's the guy's name?
Stephen Hawking.
No.
Different article.
Cancer returns. Put cancer returns. All right. What the fuck?
Oh boy.
Well,
this segment has cancer.
I apologize. Yeah, I was just trying to find the guy's name. He was a writer, and cancer came back. If we could find that.
Uh-huh.
Well, it must be popular.
It was a big.
There he is.
Oh, Charles Krautmeyer.
Oh, yeah, he's always on Fox News. On like every TV show.
Right, he is, right?
I've never heard of that Krauthammer.
They call him the Hammer. I
Yeah.
assume.
He's a liberal, right?
I don't know. I don't know the
I
Hammer.
don't think so.
Oh, is it conservative?
By the way, I brought up George Will. It made it seem like I'm a guy that's in the know and reading things. I just know.
No, you're not,
one
because
guy.
you said George Will. He does something. You had no idea what he did.
Yeah, I just know him from baseball, Doc. He's like a baseball historian.
Oh, is he? Oh,
And also whatever.
sports historians annoy me.
Why?
I don't know. It just fucking annoys me to know so much about it.
I hear you.
It's not necessary.
It's like comic book nerds, but for sports.
I don't mind comic book nerds as much.
Really? Wow, you don't hear that every day.
I don't know why. I just don't. I guess because it's meant to be like a. Then again, so are sports. I just don't mind comic book nerds.
Well, that's what annoyed me about Hardwick. Is he's like this nerd, quote unquote. But you're like, you're a hot millionaire. You're like a good-looking guy who's coming off as a nerd. Get
There's a
outta
whole
here.
thing, but that's all. That was like Demetri Martin. There's a lot of like guys who are big in quote unquote nerd culture. It's like you guys could fuck any girl in the room. You're
Right.
not. Hardwick's a good looking dude.
yeah.
Dimitri's a good looking dude. Like
Yeah.
nerds. When I was growing up, like I had chapped lips my whole life. It was disgusting. My fucking hair sucked. Like I was a nerd in a way, but not in a cute way. Like a legitimate girls didn't want to fuck me way.
Right.
That's being a nerd is not cool. Nerds are not taking over. Good-looking guys who have kind of culturally appropriated nerddom. Good-looking guys who like comic books are not nerds.
Right.
You're just good-looking guys who like comic books.
Yeah.
Right, but they get to speak for the nerds. They like made that their thing. You're right. They appropriated
Because
it.
they have good-looking guy confidence, so they're good talkers, they're funny guys.
Yes.
The geeks, true geeks are awkward people.
Good point.
A lot of nerds are bullies too. That
I
gets
agree.
lost in the whole thing.
Are
They're
they?
Like, yeah, well,
Yeah,
they're like that.
totally.
Like,
Online
you don't
bullies.
you don't know about Batman, you fucking idiot. And then you're like, oh, geez, I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't. I never knew that.
Yeah, there's a lot in the
there's a
comedy
lot of
community.
condescending bullshit going on with these nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
They're meaner than the jocks sometimes.
Yeah, but that's the only place they can get back at you is online or, through the thing that they know. I mean, they're not physically mushing your fucking face into a toilet.
No. But they do have bad odors.
Some of
that
them
are
do.
offensive. Yeah.
That's what a nerd was, though. When I was growing up, that was the kid who fucking stunk, who everybody would pick on.
See, we called that a spaz.
Yeah, we had those too.
All right.
A spaz is like a wacky guy, though, to me. Like
Yeah,
a spaz, like a guy that comes in.
squirrely.
Yeah. A spaz, like, a spaz, right? He's spazzy.
Were you bullied at all? Did you get bullied at all growing up?
Not particularly. Maybe a little bit. Not really too much. There was one kid. One time, me and two of my buddies, we were in a car and we saw like this fat kid, and we kept calling him fat, and then like slowing the car down until he got close, and then pulling away and being like, "You're fat." And then he didn't like that for whatever reason, and he cornered me one time in school. I still know his name, but I don't want to say it because on Facebook he could find me and get me. I'm still afraid of the
It
kid.
was Ralphie May.
He was about that size.
Look what happened to him.
I remember I was carrying. I lent Braveheart to somebody, and I had it like a 2 cassette tape thing.
my God.
And he was like shoving me in corner. He's like, "What do you want to say now?" And I just kept like holding up Braveheart, like he was gonna, like that was gonna, scare him away. Give him my freedom.
He was a Jew.
No, he kept shoving me, and I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I tried to plead ignorance. I was like, "It wasn't me," and he just kept shoving me.
Did he punch you?
No, he never punched me. And then I had like a bunch of older friends that like, "We'll get him and kick his ass." And I was like, "No, I want this to end." I think that was enough. But I remember running straight to the bathroom, and I didn't shit my pants, but I had a load like ready to rock, and the whole time I was just thinking, just hold this thing in.
Can you imagine if you punched you and you shit your pants? How much of a better story that would be?
A much better story, but
in hindsight, don't you wish that had happened?
I think I would be dead. I would kill myself if somebody punched me and I shit my pants.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, most likely.
I remember there was an Asian kid that lived up the street. Like, back then the Chinese kids would move in the neighborhood. They didn't speak much English.
Oh, yeah.
And he was riding past on his bike, and I kept throwing snowballs at him. I don't know why, because I was with one of my other white friends who were like, fuck him.
Yeah.
But then he turned around and he came back, and I was such a coward. He's like, "Oh, you throw a snowball." and he's
Charlie.
But I remember I said to him, like, "Yeah, I just want to know, have you seen Frank?" I acted like I was trying to get his attention. So I wanted to know if he saw somebody.
That's
Biggest
hilarious.
pussy fucking move ever.
Have you seen Frank? Or
No, he did not.
No,
He didn't know what I was talking about.
But what about flank?
That's great.
But I wound up. What I did in that moment was I told him, like, we both understood what just happened. Like, yes, I threw a snowball at you. Yes, you confronted me. Yes, I was a pussy about it. So then he drove away. He didn't have to kick the shit out of me. And I didn't have to lose my dignity so bad that I just said, "Please don't hit me. I shouldn't have done that."
Right.
It was a way out for both of us. He didn't want to get in trouble, and I didn't want to get beaten up. That was a real act of cowardice.
Yeah. Later on, I was waiting for the bus, and I had like a bunch. I used to take I had a disposable camera. I would take photos all the time, and I had like photos in the the CVS envelope, and I left them unattended. And that guy,
Fatty?
my bully, Fatty, was around, and he just hawked like a ton of loogies in it. And I didn't realize for like an hour later, and I went to pull my photos out to show my mother, and they were just covered in snot and loogie. And then I didn't want her to know I was getting bullied, so I was like, "Oh, I think one of my buddies did that. It's funny." And she's
How'd
like,
you know
"What?"
it was the fat fuck?
Because I saw him lingering when I went and got when I came back to my bag and photos, and I was like, I hope he didn't mess with anything, but it looked, kind of in order. And I was
Did
like,
he mess with
didn't.
anything?
Well, the photos.
Yeah, it's so great.
He put some snot on there.
We had a gal in my elementary school who had Tourette's. So she would just be like, and we all made fun of her, obviously. And she still writes me on Facebook to this day, like, "You piece of shit. I haven't forgotten." Yeah, it's terrifying.
Now, when you have Tourette's, do you write in the gooks?
Yeah.
You just slam the keyboard.
"Hey, Mark, I saw you on Comedy Central. Great cocksucker. Fuck you. Garbage." Why don't you apologize? Or how old?
I did, but that was,
not
she still
enough?
writes. Not enough.
How old were you?
Well, we were like 8, 9.
Oh, come on.
I know.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, we were 23. No, but I still feel bad. But I'm like, I was a kid. What do you want? It was the 90s.
Do you have any of those messages?
Oh no, I don't want to pull that up.
There was a kid. There was a kid I did that to, and like we just made up a joke. We had to sleep over at his place, and his mom stepped over one of my friends, and he's like, "I saw your mom's pussy."
Oh! Oh,
Did he see it?
I don't
pretty
know,
hot.
but it started
is hot.
a whole gag where his mom's name was, I'm not gonna say, I shouldn't say her name,
Yes,
but
sir.
we said her name and then we called her Loose, and it was a chant one day at school. We're chanting her name, she's Loose, and he had just like a meltdown in the middle of gym class, and he's just like, I'm gonna come back here and shoot all of you.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna shoot all you motherfuckers. And I was like, this might have been my fault. I started the chant.
Yeah.
Was this post Columbine?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He got suspended for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's not
Jeez.
bad.
Back then, that you get like that. Back then, now it's like automatic expulsion if you reference, I'm sure, shooting or you have a hit
Yeah,
list.
dude.
But now all of a sudden people are doing it.
That was a
Yeah.
stressful day when he came back.
It's funny to give him 2 weeks off. It gives him sufficient time to get some guns.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to shoot you.
and
All
to
right,
think
take
about
2
it.
weeks off. And
That's the waiting period.
But when you see like the videos these little creeps make, you're like, there's nothing anybody could have done. Like that last one in Parkland, I'm going to shoot people. I'm going to be the next shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Like he meant to do it. Like he didn't just snap one day and
Right.
go, all right, I fucked up and I'm going to go kill people. He meant to do it. He
he said it so
planned it.
casually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really fucking mentally ill people out there, man.
Speaking of mentally ill, what kind of mother is stepping over at men with a fucking skirt on?
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of mother isn't? That's a good mother, Joe.
Cool mom, man.
Yeah, I tried to get my mother to show her pussy for years. She wouldn't. I'll be a hero, Mom.
My mother's a type 2 pussy. So, stuck to get in there.
A little tiny one that doesn't open.
She can step over anybody.
It's got wisdom teeth in it.
Oh, poor mother. So
Yeah.
how about you? Did you get bullied at all as a big dude?
No, not really.
No,
Not
you're very
much.
cool.
Being funny though, I mean, you kind of don't because they're afraid of like the one thing you could do better than them is make fun of them. And that in high school was scary. Like, you know what I mean? Like a guy that kicked my ass didn't want to get made fun of, so they kind of leave you alone so you don't humiliate them in the only way you can, which is to make fun of them.
Right.
Yeah.
I was kind of cool in school, believe it or not.
Were you?
You were
Yeah, I was like a
fast.
liked guy.
You were a fast guy.
Yeah, I was
You were an
pretty-
athlete.
Yeah, I was an
Were you?
athlete, and I mean, I liked music and movies, and I was funny. Like, I was pretty like I wasn't into comic books, and I wasn't a good student either.
What'd you play? Okay, you said athlete.
I didn't really play. I ran.
Oh.
I ran cross country, and I played baseball and basketball in middle school. and
Okay,
elementary
so you
school,
had
all
like
that stuff.
you had like jock friends.
Yeah, I had a bunch of jock friends, and I was like into school spirit, and so I went to football games and painted my face. I was very that was fun.
Yeah, I was the mascot.
Yeah,
Were you really?
Yeah.
yeah, the New Orleans Normans.
Yeah, I was the Cavalier, and I had to wear a big head. But I got shithoused and danced and did like humping stuff, so they kicked me out.
Ah, jeez.
You got thrown out of a fucking mascot gig?
Yeah.
Do you know how great that is?
Well, the Cavalier would do some raping, I would imagine.
Yes.
They're like a piratey.
I said the
Yeah.
N-word. There's a whole thing. But no, they threw me out.
Why didn't you play? Or were you not good?
Oh, I just didn't want to play. I was a skateboarder.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was like anti-establishment.
Yeah.
Were you like big into Tony Hawk and all that shit?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's all.
Is he? He's like a god for those people, right?
He's like the nerd of the group.
He's like the Bobby Flay.
Yes, he's the Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
Like he's the one all the other people know, but
I
we
don't
ain't
understand
real.
why the Bobby Flay.
Well,
is
he's
that
like the Dane Cook.
Because he's like the big name, but I don't think he's like the guy they all worship, right?
Right.
Who's
I
the
thought
guy
he
they
was
all
like-
look up to?
I thought he was like the guy.
Yeah, I did too.
No.
For Vert, he was the guy.
For the who?
For Vert, skating Vert ramps.
But nobody liked Vert.
What's Vert?
I don't know.
Half
Like
pipe.
half pipe.
Oh.
But like for street skating, it's definitely up in the air. There's a couple guys that are like legendary. Mark Gonzalez,
Yeah.
Matt Hensley is a big
There you
name.
go.
Do you know him too?
Yeah, yeah. These are all inside.
How
shit.
good were
I
you?
didn't know there was a person back
I was
there.
pretty good. Like I could do tricks downstairs and stuff. We
Why'd
made-
you stop?
We made videos. You got broke ankles and you
Oh,
get
you
hurt
did
a
break
lot.
bones?
And then you start drinking. You want to get laid, so you
Well,
kind of
Mackie
quit.
told me a story. You were at Lucy Fest, right? Upstate, and he sees Mark just jump off a ramp on a skateboard, and he was terrified. And then you just like did it perfectly.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, so you can still do it like a little bit if you fucking.
I'm pretty rusty, but yeah, we did it every day, all day. You skate for like 8 hours a day. You know?
But wasn't there like a subgroup of girls that fuck skateboarders though?
Oh yeah, but we were so young and we were geeky. We didn't know how to talk to anybody. I had acne and braces.
How many bones did you break?
2 ankles. I broke a wrist, fingers.
Oh, okay.
Toes.
Yeah, I've never broken anything.
Oh yeah.
So what I do is probably going to be a fucking femur or something really horrible.
You've probably broken a few hearts in your
Oh,
day.
come on, Joe. You know, you kid, but.
Maybe a hymen.
Yeah, one hymen. When I was a virgin, she was a virgin. I don't go near virgins. I don't like it.
No.
And no, even growing up, I didn't like it. Like when I was 25, 30, like in that even, no.
It's too much work. You got to bang them and then like console them.
I know. I would always say like, I'm not dating you, and I go find a guy you love for this. It's just, I'm a piece of shit.
Right.
I just didn't want to do it.
Virgins are tough to come by now, too. I feel like they lose it when they're 11.
They do. They're very young and they're,
Yeah.
anal. They're getting all fucked young.
Yes,
But
God's
I
will.
also, I'm dirty. I like a woman who's dirty.
You're
I-
dirty?
I don't like someone innocent, though. But that
Yeah.
doesn't turn me on. Someone's innocence doesn't,
Nah.
it doesn't turn me
And
on.
then there's bleeding. It's a whole thing.
No way. Looking you in the eyes, it means something. Like,
No.
yeah.
yeah.
No.
I want to be forgotten.
Yeah, I want a girl looking over her shoulder going, I hope my ass doesn't stink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a fucking a good egg.
Anal virginity I've taken. That feels good.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I did it once.
Is that a thing?
Anal virginity?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
See me later.
There's a man. Did she shit on your dick?
No.
Have you ever had that?
Shit on my... I've gotten shit on my dick, but no one's ever taken a shit on it.
Sounds like a Hall & Oates song.
Because your shit is on my dick? Yeah, a lot of Hall & Oates does not hold up either.
There were oats in it. And peanuts.
All right, so you fucked a girl.
And you know the gal, too, which is fun.
We know her?
Yeah.
She a comedian?
All right.
No, but she's in that world.
Okay.
God.
Esty. No.
Wait, write her name down. I want to see it.
I don't know if you know her, but she's...
I don't care. Write it down. I want to see if I know her.
Give me that pad there, that paper you got there.
She pretty?
Yeah.
Did you have a condom on?
Not for the anal.
Good boy.
Who needs it?
Good boy.
Although that's how I got shit in my dick in Cleveland.
Yeah, but that's a risk worth taking. You just got to be careful.
There's also that wives' tale that your dick can split open from anal.
Ooh.
I've heard that.
Really?
Like a
Yeah,
shrimp.
because it's not,
lubricated.
and so like the friction, it can just pull and like the dick splits open. It might be a wives' tale.
I've never heard that, Joe.
Yeah, I've heard it every time I see my dad. I don't know who this is.
Oh,
Yeah,
I bet you
same
know
here.
who
I
you
see.
saw.
I like that you added her job
Yes.
title.
Could you throw it to me? I
Careful,
can't
there's
see
a
it.
camera here.
Yeah, don't
We
let
won't-
that
we won't
card show.
Throw it.
Keep the face down.
Thanks, Joe. No, it's
This is like a game show.
Right. She books the stand-up for that.
Wow. All right. Well, but you got it down to 4
Ah,
shows.
shit.
Can we look her up?
Arsenio.
She's very... hey, give this to Troy. I want to see what she looks like. We won't say her name.
I banged an Uber driver in the ass in Florida.
Oh, really? Was
Yeah.
it the guy that went on the fucking spree and started running people over the incel?
5 stars.
Did you really fucking Uber driver?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
How did you pick her up?
We were in the car. We just did a gig. And I was like, it was like a bunch of us. So I had sat in the front and we just started chatting. And I was kind of fucking with her. And I was like, well, if you want to hang out later, come back to my room. And everybody got out of the car and she like grabbed my arm. She goes, what's your room number?
Was this with Schumer?
This was with Rachel.
Oh, I
She was
heard. I
there.
heard this story.
Was she pretty? She was an Uber driver. It's kind of hot.
Florida hot, yeah. But we didn't have
That's
a
New York
condom.
ugly.
We didn't have a condom, so I was like, we should probably fuck in the ass because I don't want to catch anything. And
It's
yeah,
romantic.
but I remember banging her in the ass, and I finished in like 2 seconds. She had a type 2 anal, and I had shit all over my dick.
Good
Like
boy.
crazy amounts of
That's
shit.
awesome. Was she bummed out or embarrassed?
I didn't tell her,
Oh, yeah.
but I jizzed in her pooper.
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh yeah,
Were you grossed out by the shit, or you just like, hey, that's
Oh.
the fucking world. That's the life we've chosen.
so grossed.
Were you really?
Yeah, I went to the because I already felt guilty and weird about it. As an Uber driver, she was weird, and then I
Why?
went.
She's a person.
I don't know, not to me. But I went to the bathroom. I just went to town with a hot rag.
Yeah, we've all done that. Where you got to fucking soap your dick off a little bit. It's part of
Yeah.
it.
I've told this story before, but I had sex with a girl in the butt. It was a girl I was dating, and then when I pulled it out, I had like a seed, like a fucking sesame seed on my dick, and I just flicked it like instinctively, and it like hit the wall. And she was like, "Why would you do that?" And then we have a shit seed on the wall. And I was like, "I just want it off my dick."
That's cool.
But it really had some movement to
But
it.
it's funny that answers my question about McDonald's or Burger King.
Sesame bagel.
Well, what an odd thing to get on your dick.
Yeah, it was like it must have been. She must have had some
She had diverticulitis.
But then she said the hottest thing any woman's ever said to me. In the middle of it, she was like, "I need you to come into my ass."
Oh,
and it was great.
Did
And
you say okay and oblige?
I met her needs.
Yeah, coming in an ass is nice.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's enjoyable. It's nice to do something different. That's why
is.
I fuck kids.
Just to be different.
Yeah, just to mix it up.
Let's keep that drop.
Go to her picture, Joe. I want to see the picture. I'm sorry, Troy. If you could just go to images, I want to see what she looks like.
Oh,
He had the
geez,
Instagram
this
pulled
is
up a
all off
second ago.
camera, right?
No, even if it was on camera, the camera's not going out live. We would never put this out.
All right.
Go to tagged photos. That's the best way to
Is
see
that
a
her?
girl. Because if you go to tagged
wish.
photos, they didn't choose
No,
those ones.
that's him.
That's not her.
No, I don't think this is the right gal.
All right, just
No, you got the name wrong. Different last name. That's not what
just
I
don't
put.
say it.
That's what it says here.
Oh, I think that's not an L, it's an R. All right, this is getting me nervous.
No, you're
here.
not. No one's going to see who it is. No.
All right, she's gonna lose her
She's no shit.
high-powered job. That looks better. That's the
There we
one. That's a
go.
bad
Nice.
photo.
No,
That's the
she's
girl from
hot.
Hereditary.
No, she's pretty.
She's cute.
Oh yeah, she's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
How many
cute.
times you fuck her?
Couple.
That's nice.
It was like a thing in L.A.
Oh, that's cool. How long ago?
6 years.
Oh, wow, a
5
while
years.
ago.
Oh, we know him.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Hold
He's
on.
next.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah.
All right, we're just seeing a girl that Mark fucked in the ass. I'm just curious.
She texted me like I've always wanted to lose it. You know, we had like it was a sweet thing. Like we consoled and talked and worked it out.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it was nice.
No bag, huh? Dumped it right in there? What a
Yeah.
champ. Mark's
Yeah.
a fucking champ.
It's the only way I'm a champion.
I'm not big on ass fuck. I'll do it, but I'm not a huge.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
I
Right?
like
No.
a finger in there. That gets me going.
Does it really?
Yeah, like it's just so naughty.
Yeah.
And they enjoy it, I think.
Oh,
They do, but
love
I'm
it.
always like, man, I don't mind a smell either. I'm not that
No.
sensitive as long as the breath is fresh. I don't mind a dirty ass.
Get it off the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
too.
freaking me out.
But the I don't want to finger an ass and sniff my finger would bother me.
Well, you don't have to sniff it.
No, but knowing it's there, I'd have to.
You hold it out.
You'd have to.
You know what's fun is you put it under her nose.
Yeah, yeah, dirty
Oh, boy.
pig.
Yeah.
Call her a dirty pig. Make her wear it.
Little stash.
Yeah, make her wear it while you punish her hiney.
Yes.
Yeah, can I come in my ass is fucking hot. That would
Yeah, it
turn me
was
on.
super hot. It was like unbelievable. And she said, I need it. She didn't say, come in my ass. I need you to. Like it was like the, combination to her lock.
What is the rate, the ass, like how many girls do you think like it? Is it 50-50?
I don't know. More than I would have
No.
thought, though. More guys are fucking girls on the ass than I would have thought. Like, you hear more
Yeah.
girls talk about the willingness to do it, or maybe it's just the people I text with, but I think more people are willing than we think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think it's 50-50. That seems awfully high.
It does.
I don't know.
I imagine none of our mothers like dicks in their asses.
Oh, I imagine my mother only like that.
I think it's like baseball. Like 25% is a nice.
I don't know.
You're staying in the league. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of girls nowadays. I feel like when girls say they don't like anal, you're like, what?
It might be a whole pregnancy thing, too. Like, they want to have careers and stuff, so they just learn to start getting
Wow.
fucked.
Yeah.
And you're watching porn, there's so much more of it. Like, it's just a common thing, getting fucked in the ass.
But you're not supposed to have dicks in there.
No.
Like it's not. It doesn't.
No.
You're not supposed to have. No offense to the gay community. I mean,
Jesus.
live your
Why,
life.
the Lord said that to you, Joe?
Yeah, right.
Like
That was the
list.
first passage of and the band played on actually.
it's. I mean, I'm pro everybody, but like your asshole's not designed to have. Dicks go
I
in
don't
and out
know
of there.
about that. You push giant logs out.
Yeah, but it's an exit. It's like designed to shit. It's not designed like a pussy is designed to have things go up in there.
But a log is
All right, Jerry
shaped.
Falwell.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
log is shaped like a dick.
Yeah, but it's going the opposite direction. Like,
yeah.
No,
like
you ever suck
traffic
one
is
back
shaped
in?
like a road, but if it's a one way, you can't be like, that's a road.
Yeah.
It's a dirt
Yeah,
road.
but you can change roads too. Like, you ever been through the tunnel and they're doing construction?
Yeah.
Sometimes everyone's going through the north tube, sometimes the
You
south
can have
tube.
anal at rush hour, but that's it. 5 to 7.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
the
I can
ages.
flip the asshole inside out. You pink sock.
You can pink sock an asshole, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But
that's
pussies
terrifying.
collapse too, though. A girl's pussy will collapse too. You think
What?
that fucking mesh?
That's based on her diet, I think.
I've never had a collapsed puss.
No, they look up a pussy mesh.
Oh, I don't want to see this
Pussy
one.
mesh.
Yes.
This sounds
that
horrible.
a-
Come on, guys. Let's
Sounds like my
get with the
doctor's name.
spirit.
That's Under Armour, I think, makes that.
Vaginal mesh, yes. It's a transvaginal mesh, a net-like implement used to treat pelvic organ prolapse and stress urinary incontinence in women. So, like, their boxes will collapse.
Hit that image button, baby.
Yeah, come on, right to it.
Oh.
Oh!
That doesn't look so bad, actually.
Yeah, just a little mesh in there probably stops a little piece of it from hanging down.
Yeah, I'd kill for a vaginal mesh.
You gotta
Something
go
about
full
you
bush.
grosses me out is IUDs gross me out.
Really?
Oh, I love them.
No, because it's sitting in there all the
Yeah,
time.
it's like you're fucking a staple.
It's a piece of
You do feel it.
Yeah, it can
dude.
slice you
It's
up a little bit.
metal in the vagina, and it
Yeah.
just sits there.
Yeah.
and you can
Fucking
feel it. It's bad.
gross.
It's like a paper clip or something.
And apparently it's very painful going in.
It just looks disgusting to me. The idea like there's something sitting in you. It's like something sitting in your asshole all day. It's just gross.
I,
Well,
have
I got
that,
one right
but- That's
Turtle
very
head.
common.
Yeah.
Yeah, fingernail in your shitter. But a fucking IUD disgusts me. It disgusts me for that reason.
Yeah, it's weird. But
Crazy invention.
it's
Yeah.
better than the condoms or the pill.
Oh yeah. I just pull out. I mean,
Yeah, but that's not foolproof.
that doesn't always work.
you're
yeah.
right. You're married now. Are you gonna have kids?
I'm married, yeah. And my wife is 40, so I don't know anything about this anal business everyone's talking about. All these kids are fucking in the ass evidently.
How old are
but
you?
I'm 36.
Okay, so now you've been with her for how long?
7 years, almost exactly 7 years.
Oh, okay. So it's funny. I always date women younger than me. I guess I'm afraid of aging. I don't know what it is.
Sure.
Yeah, it's kind of hot. When she was a senior, I was in 8th grade. I think about that every time we have sex.
Oh, you like that, huh?
Yeah. Well, because I wasn't fucking any seniors ever.
No.
So
one senior I had a thing for. I used to try to look up her dress every day in French class.
She was tall, huh?
Yeah. I would jerk off. I would go home and just jerk off thinking about like looking at her thighs.
Yeah.
And I talked to her later, and recently I talked to her, and she's about 4 years older than me. And it still turns me on. I was telling her she had nice feet, and she stopped talking to me. I fucking creeped her out.
Yeah, that creeps people out. I told a woman one time, she was staying at our house. She was a friend of my roommate. And I was like, you got really great feet. And she's like, what are you, one of those freaks, you fucking weirdo? And I was like, and I wanted to be like, that's actually the only thing I could think of to compliment you. You're
you're that big a cunt. The only thing I like about you is below the ankles. The rest of you should get cancer.
Also, why is a compliment bad? You're saying she has nice feet?
Exactly.
Yeah, and there's like bad feet. And I'm like, I'm not saying I want to stick your toes in my ass and come on your heel, which I did. But
understandable.
I was kind of dipping my toes in.
What size were those jokers?
They were little.
I like a big foot on a woman.
Dude, what are you talking?
Why?
9
or 10.
But 9 or 10?
But it's got to be. I don't like a buniony foot. I like a perfect soft. Yeah, and I'm thinking of one.
Jim,
girl.
that's not a woman.
No, I know what you're thinking, but no, I mean real women's feet.
Yeah.
Like I like I don't like a masculine foot. I'll take a dick, but I don't like a masculine foot.
Mrs. Ed.
I like a nice fucking. There's a girl I used to have come over, and she was a dancer, and she had really sexy feet, surprisingly, and she would just put her size 9.5 feet. Oh my fucking God, she drove me. But she had a big juicy ass. Like she was just big heavy tail. Like she was one of those. Just like everything was larger.
Oh, I hate a big foot. I just picture it flat, like it just slaps when it hits the ground.
No, this was a beautifully arched, sexy foot.
Yeah,
Do you have a foot fetish?
I don't have a foot fetish, but I like. Here's the thing: when you're with the same person for a long time, you got to start getting into other stuff.
You
got to
do,
mix it
right?
up. Yeah, exactly.
What size are yours feet? Are they big or small?
My wife's?
Her feet, yeah.
They're small. They're little. They're like little dainty. They're like perfect, like a good arch and shape.
Oh, you like her feet?
It's not veiny. Yeah, great foot.
Okay. Do you suck toes or do you fuck? I've tried fucking feet. A girl jerked me off recently with in the hot tub just for a few minutes, just to be silly. She was just kind of, and my dick got hard. I was like, wow, it turned me. Even though I'm not a foot guy like that, I don't like feet on my dick.
Wait, she used her feet to jerk you?
But it wasn't like we weren't gonna fuck. She was just kind of playing around and fucking with me. And it was just a weird moment. She was being silly, but it would turn me on.
I can see that. That'd be hot.
Yeah, my wife's a comedian, though, so we can't do a foot joke. We'd be just fucking howling laughing. I mean, it's like it's too ridiculous. So
You
we
have to do I know her or no?
She's the one on that card I gave you.
Oh, you're funny, Mark.
Yeah, it's Sarah Silverman. No, Sarah Talamash is her name. I don't know if you know her. You probably worked with her like in Houston way back in the day.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe
She's
not.
a Houston comedian?
Yeah, I mean, she used to be. She's a New York comedian.
Funny comic.
Funny, very funny. Great Colbert set.
But so we can't do foot stuff. But like, I'll come on her feet sometimes because to mix it up.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean,
yeah, it's enjoyable. It's got a tattoo. You aim for it. You know.
If you're into somebody completely and you love, it's like or anything on them is kind of hot.
But after a while, I mean, 7 years. I mean, we have sex a lot. It's like you got to find something to get it going. Like we were in Paris and we smoked cigarettes. We don't smoke, but we bought cigarettes because we were in France. Everyone smokes. And we were fucking, and she had like cigarette breath. And it was like hot. I was like, yeah, you get that fucking dirty shit breath. And then like, as soon as you come, you're like, that's fucking horrible. You got to go brush your teeth.
Right.
But like in the moment,
It
you
tasted
just use
like
anything.
a cigarette?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you're fucking dirty, you bad. Because it felt like someone else, because it was like a dirty
How
cigarette
funny.
shit.
I guess cigarette, anything like that can turn, anything weird or out of the norm can turn you on.
Yeah, totally. And the longer you get, by the time we're 50, I'm going to be,
Exactly.
punching her in the tits and chewing on her
Put a cigar in your ass and shit it onto my chest. Show me who's boss.
Hock a loogie on my
skull.
Hock a loogie on my photos, bitch.
I like that Rich and Bonnie are the second photo that comes up when you Google my wife.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is.
But do you worry about that as a married guy? You got, 30 years to go with this gal. You got to keep mixing and maxing. You got to get a kid in there, a donkey. I mean, where does it go?
Eventually, virtual reality will have, the goggles, and I can,
That helps.
I can fuck.
Plus, situationally becomes like weird personality things. Like, really, is that what you were thinking? Like the subtler stuff gets turns you on.
Like what?
Yeah.
Just weird personality things they'll do or something that they'll say.
That's how women get turned on. That's how they've always been.
That's why I've done okay.
Yeah.
I'm a good talker. I'm a very average fuck, but I'm a good I eat pussy well, I'm a good talker. So that's what saved me from the lack of being in shape or whatever all those years.
Yeah. The things women have told me later, like, I loved when you did this. I'm like, what? That?
Like,
That's
what's something that you were surprised at?
He left.
Left, yeah.
One time a girl said the way I took my belt off turned her on. I was like, wow, I would have never thought that
Just
was a
like
thing.
father used to do. That's probably before daddy would spank me and tell me
the shit out of her.
Yeah. That's a fucking weird daddy thing.
Yeah, but girls have all that weird shit. You'll never know. Because they don't talk about it like we talk, like, oh, her legs were this, her tits were this. Girls are all hidden.
To us, they are, but to each other, they're not.
I guess so.
They tell each other everything. And I like
You delivered that like George Will.
What, did I really?
To us, they are, but to them, they're not. It was very historian.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm trying to be measured, but they really are pigs, and they're pigs with each other. Like we're pigs. They'll tell each other who's got a small dick and all who's a lousy
They
fuck.
do what we do, yeah.
But my dick wouldn't get hard for some girl, and she taunts me with it when we talk dirty.
Yeah.
But it's hot because I know what she's doing, and it makes me fucking crazy.
You like being punished a little bit.
Well, from this girl, because what did happen, I gave her a fuck. It was an awful fuck. I was half hard, but I didn't care. I was like, I just didn't feel like fucking in the moment. And I'm not embarrassed by it. But when she'll use it, I know why she's using it when we talk, and she's so fucking slutty with it. And it turns me on.
That's exciting.
Yeah, she's talking about how I got to fuck another guy instead because his dick will stay, and it makes me crazy.
Oh, I would hate that.
No, but we're not a couple. We're just, you know what I mean? She's a friend of mine, and we're dirty together, and it's hot, and I don't mind it.
Funny, as a kid, you never think this shit is going to be what turns you on. You know,
it keeps changing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the older you get, the more times you get blown or you fuck. You're like, all right, now what?
Right.
I need something new. But that's what keeps you from cheating. A person who can turn you on in new ways. That's what keeps you from going out and because men have that thing. We got to dump cum everywhere.
I love when a gal grabs my ball bag during sex. That just drives me crazy.
Well, you got big dumb balls, don't you? Like
crazy, just scales of justice, lopsided, big sack
with teeny nuts.
Yeah, with tiny nuts.
That makes me laugh.
Just fuck Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Same skin.
I heard a great story this weekend. I worked with this guy. You ever heard of this guy in Denver, Kevin Fitzgerald, Dr. Kev?
Oh, no. Dr. Kev.
Yeah, he's like a famous veterinarian, has his own show on Animal Planet, but he used to be a bouncer for the Rolling Stones, like all these other people.
Wow.
He's got a crazy
God.
life. Yeah, it's insane.
Is he a comedian?
He's a comedian, yeah. He's got amazing stories. But he told a story. He was working with Red Fox as like his bouncer, handler, tour manager. I don't know if this is like a legendary story or not, but they introduced Red Fox, and like the band came on and played the music, but Red Fox never came out. He wasn't there. And so he went backstage to find him. And Red Fox is just eating a woman out in the dressing room. And he goes, Red, you're on. And Red Fox picked his head up and goes, can't a motherfucker relax? And, he's like, you're on. But that's how he relaxes. He eats pussy.
That's good for Red Fox.
Yeah, Kevin Fitzgerald, this guy's amazing. He was like the Rolling Stones bouncer. And then like they sent him to veterinarian school. And then he became this like famous vet. He's like a big guy.
He's 66. Well, he's not even that old. So what? He was a bodyguard for them, and then what? He just wanted to leave.
I guess like he got older, like you get frail or whatever, or something. Maybe he was done. Yeah, maybe he was burned out. And they also didn't tour for like 8 years, from 81 to 89.
So they sent him through school because they liked him so much?
I guess so, yeah. And
so he still knows those guys, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's got amazing stories. He got so many stories, and he tells them like casually in the green room. He's just
what years was he there? Do you know?
He did 72, 75, 81, and 89.
So that's after Altamont. He wasn't there for that.
Yeah, afterwards, yeah. Yeah, that was all Hell's Angels. I don't think he's a Hell's Angel. He's a veterinarian.
Well, he was back then.
But yeah, he's a pretty amazing fellow.
I would love to know what is it like to have, because there's got to be so many women that want to get backstage and fuck those guys.
Yeah.
So what is it like to have that kind of act? Or are you just so busy working, keeping guys away from them?
And can you still do that shit now with the Me Too? And
Well, this
the
is in the
phones?
80s and the 70s, yeah.
But I'm just saying now, like when you're a band now, can you do that backstage?
Yeah, they'll take your phone. A lot of guys, big guys, will be like, no phones. And there was some athlete I heard would have a handler, and you'd have to sign something saying, we may have sex, I'm going to this room.
Mm-hmm.
This way you could never say that if he fucked you, he raped you. Like there was a weird, I'm going to this room to have sex.
There's another guy who apparently has an abortion contract before he'd fuck on the road, a big athlete. He would say, if I impregnate you for any reason, you have to terminate this.
But I don't think that would hold up, though, in a court. That's not going to hold. It's almost like NDAs. When prostitutes order, I'll give you a non-disclosure. If prostitution is illegal, an NDA becomes invalid, I think, in an illegal setting. So
Yeah,
you
no
cannot,
idea.
if that woman decides to have that baby, that guy's fucking dumb contract is meaningless.
And then he's got to hide that from the kid.
Yeah, I know. I know. Sorry, I didn't. I wanted you sucked out, and she signed something agreeing to it.
Dad, what's this?
Justin Bieber's. I understand his confidentiality agreement before they enter his house. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I get that.
That's so you can't just sell a story. You know, I do. I signed one when I went to a party one time, and I understood what
Whose
it was.
party?
You fucked Bieber?
It was, yes. I actually ate his ass, but I have to say that with air quotes. I'm trying to relax. It was.
Any
he said,
seeds?
if you talk about my parties, I'll sue you for $5 million. And again, will
for
he
him.
win or lose? But he probably just doesn't want these fucking
Yeah.
assholes coming in and just whatever. But it was to Maria Menounos' house. But that's probably not even for her.
Oh, she's hot.
That was but it was probably for her guests to feel comfortable. But
Right.
nothing happened. It was just a fun, and we've talked about the party. We didn't get sued. But I guess that's just a really, really smart thing. So people can't go in there and just, you know, if you sign it and then write a blog about it, I guess you're going to get sued.
Right. Heyday for comics with getting laid though, with like Pete Davidson banging Ariana Grande.
Do you know? Yeah, I've told you. He's getting married. Do we know when or no?
No, but they're engaged.
Yeah, they are.
And then
I think we do. He got it tattooed on his neck.
oh,
Yeah.
did he?
No.
I would too.
Oh, I believed you. And then Colin Jost banging Johansson.
I know.
Isn't that insane?
I know.
Huge.
Comics getting hot chicks.
But I mean, the
Wild.
two of the most sought after women in entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she does arenas.
Ariana, yeah, she
Yeah.
does, and also, and you know, and Scarlett Johansson's like the go-to for hot. Like, oh, yeah,
Right.
what are you,
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson? Like, she's the reference.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember when I saw Match Point, I was like, this is the hottest
Oh,
woman.
Yeah.
my
That's where I first saw
God.
her. I was at the
Unreal.
premiere of that movie, and she
Good movie.
It was a really good movie, and
Great.
people applauded at the end.
Yeah.
I think when the wrong guy got accused, I forget why.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that night because I got introduced to Woody Allen.
Oh,
And,
wow.
It was a very brief,
What?
awkward meeting. Yeah, I got to meet him that one night. And his-
Whoa.
He's fucking Bonnie McFarlane. It's an amazing time to be alive. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and Woody's a big Voss fan. He actually bought the roast.
He bought the album.
Yeah.
What about the comedian? There's one comedian, I don't want to say his name, but I heard a story about how he would tell women on the road, he would say, I have a serious girlfriend.
Oh, I heard this.
I have a serious girlfriend, but we have rules, and she understands that on the road I'm going to be promiscuous. He doesn't have a girlfriend at all, but he says that, and he goes, we have two rules, no sex and no staying over. So if you want to come hang out, and so girls would just blow him and then leave.
Oh, that's
he's
Jim
like, those are my two rules. Those are his two rules. He said it worked all the time.
That's because you know what? When you set it up in advance, I think what bothers girls on the road is if you fuck her in the mouth or whatever, and then she's like, and then you're like, oh, okay, and then you're like, you got to go. But if they know that going in, they don't feel used or they
Mhm.
don't feel fucked up.
They actually feel special because you're the one they cheated with.
You're
Yes.
the one that I blew.
Yeah,
You
or they
are the one that blew.
Honey.
Blew.
half of them have boyfriends and they feel shitty about like cheating on their boy. Women on the road just fucking scare. Unless I know you and I've been communicating with you, I cannot tell you the last time I just met somebody on the road. Years.
Really?
I believe so. Yeah.
Wow.
I talk beforehand though. Like we'll chat beforehand and we'll text for a while and I
Like
know
in your
them.
DMs or something?
DMs or texting or fucking on Instagram, whatever it is. But
Yeah.
I'm not almost never just gonna pick someone up and fuck. I'm not saying I haven't, but I can't remember the last time I did.
DMs are the best.
They are.
That changed the game.
It does because you also they know you a little bit and you know them a little bit and it's just a little easier.
Mhm.
But I don't want to meet someone and then find out you got a hype a what?
Oh, I like that.
Nah, it's
That turns
scary.
you on?
A little.
It
Yeah,
turns me on, but
you're
it's
like-
scary.
He's like me where he likes unavailable and
Yes.
and older too.
I love older.
I'm the same way.
You do.
I lost my virginity to a senior.
You're the hooker, right?
Citizen. Yeah. She was old.
Wow, yeah, I don't like them.
What?
No,
I'm into
Just
it.
for a fling. I don't want to date one.
Well, I'm 49 though. Am I gonna go 56?
Well, yeah, now it's a little
Fucking,
weird.
it's creepy. I haven't liked that since I was in my 20s. I would kind of like that. I fucked when I went to Aspen. Or no, Vale. The original comedy festival was Vale.
Mhm.
And I remember there was a bartender. She was in her late 30s. I was probably 24. And she was so sexy. And we connected, and she took me into the locker room, like a men's spa locker room in the hotel. And I fucked her standing up.
Wow.
And I remember she told me she had a 19-year-old son.
Whoa.
Oh,
And
that's
that
hot.
turned me on so I was fucking her
Why?
because that meant that she was that much older than me.
Yeah, that's hot.
And you just picture her like cutting oranges at home, you know? Like she's
Yeah,
a
no,
mom.
it wasn't her son. That was the relative comparison to me. The
What's
age.
his name?
Yeah, exactly.
Say his
Yeah,
name.
does he have big arms? But no, it was the fact that she had an almost adult kid. I was like, I'm fucking a much older woman.
Right.
Yeah, it's hot.
Fuck, I
I'd
think I
want to fuck
came
the
in it.
kid, too.
I think I mentioned that, and she was like, "Ixnay" on the Sunday.
We bring him in. You give him a baseball glove.
But yeah, it was so inappropriate because I was fucking a woman who had a son that I could have been friends with at the time.
I know.
Oh, it was so fucking dirty.
I do like that.
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah, now that would repel me. Yeah, that would fucking send me packing.
Yeah, my son's 38. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I was on a plane recently with a woman, and really, she was very attractive. And just we had delays, so we were talking, and we weren't flirting. We were just, but she was attractive.
But that's already a hot scenario.
What?
The plane conversation, the possibility.
Yeah, but I mean, zero vibe. There was no sexual vibe. It was just a chat, and she had like a dress on. She was very, very attractive. I was like, fuck, she's cute. And we were talking, and she's like, yeah, and she's talking about her kids. And she's like, yeah, her one son plays for the Cowboys.
What?
Wow.
She has an adult son who plays for the Cowboys. I'm like, wow. Like, she looked like she was probably 33, 34 years old.
Wow.
But she was obviously in her late 40s. But I was like, wow, that's...
Well, you don't want to fuck with that because he could kill you.
And she also gave me zero. And like, I know when I'm getting energy. This was, we're on a plane together energy.
Right.
This was, oh, let me tell you about my son. I'm so proud of him. Energy. Like, this was zero sexual fucking vibe. But she was still really attractive.
Yeah.
But after that, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
She has an adult son who plays for the Cowboy. I have nothing. Because even my entertainer angle is not going to impress you.
Right.
When your son plays in front of 100,000 people a week, I have nothing to bring to the table. All right. Well, let's take a break. We might as well. Joe List is here, and Sam Rill and Mark Maron.
Mark Maron.
Yeah. Well, no, you were here for Mark.
You look great.
Mark Norman. Yeah.
Your personality's gotten better too.
Do you not like Mark?
No, I don't even know.
I hear he's a douche.
He's been great. It's funny. Mark has had I've said this many times. Mark Maron has been so nice to me my whole career. Like, when I first started coming to New York, it was 95. I was 5 years into the business. And the guys who were established that treated me lovely fucking were Maron, Louis, and Colin Quinn. Were the guys who were, because so many guys at the comic strip were dicks.
Yeah.
Lucian was a fucking dick. So many of those guys were fucking dicks, and they were elitist, and they wouldn't talk to you. But the guys that were like kind of, and Rich Francesi at that time, I don't know if you guys know Rich.
I know Rich. I love Rich.
I love Rich too. But those guys, Maron was always nice, and Louis, and they were always like, you're really funny, man. Like, they always made me feel special when I was coming in. And those were the guys that didn't need to. But so many of those guys who were just kind of on my level were cocksuckers.
So who was a cocksucker? Come on.
I'm trying. Lucian is the one guy
Mario
I can remember. A
Cantone.
lot of the comedians were no-name guys.
Yeah.
He'd hit you with a lot of "we have enough white guys" shit, right?
Yeah.
I got that.
And the comedians, I'm trying to think, like, D.F. Sweetley was never awful, but he was just aloof.
Yeah, he is aloof.
But I can't say he was awful.
DF was so good to me because Mackie and I took his class.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you pay him, he'll be nice to you.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who was a dick. There's a writer named J.R. Havlin who was not nice to me when I first came in. But
Daily Show writer.
we became friends after I came in a little bit. And then we had the same manager, and we went to L.A., and then we got to know each other, and I liked him. It was like, it might have just been like, you're the new guy. But a lot of those guys were no-name guys that just were in and out of the business. They were there for a few years, and then they were gone.
Yeah.
But Maron was always nice to me.
But he's got a vibe though, where you're like, this.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I middled for him probably 7 or 8 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, and I was very intimidated. We're at that club, Rooster T. Feathers in Sunnyvale, and we're by the pool. I just see him by the pool, fedora, sunglasses, jean shorts, and a cigar, and I was like, who the fuck is this person?
Weird.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, I mean, I worked with him all weekend. He ended up being very nice,
He was
but
cool to you, right?
I was completely on edge because he had that. I mean, that was when his podcast started to blow up, and you just hear him be a dick to some of his guests sometimes.
You know, I guess it's weird your percept. Like, I didn't think Janine Garofalo liked me. Like, I'd known Janine for a while. We did like the first episode of Tough Crowd was myself, T. Sean Shannon,
Wow.
Janine Garofalo, and Nick DiPaolo. That was like the first of the 8. But Nick and Janine are friends. Like, she loves Nick, you know?
Yeah.
And he likes her a lot, too. I think they did a Young Comedians HBO special together, like one of those. They were on together. So, I didn't think she liked me. She didn't say hello to me. So for years, I was like, I don't like Janine. She doesn't like me. And then I was shooting a special. And we would always see each other at festivals and never talk. And then I think I spoke to her. I think I spoke to her at one festival, and she was actually really nice. And then I fucking wanted to shoot with a director that she had used. So I think I was like, hey, could I have her email? And her manager got back and goes, she said you can just call her. So I called her, and she couldn't have been nicer. Like, all these years, I thought she didn't like me. And it was probably just one of those things where you're doing a show together, and you're just not interacting. I was a dick for no reason.
Weird,
Yeah.
Everybody's got that comic where you go, oh, this person hates me. And then
they
you talk
don't.
to them later, and they're like, oh, no, I just didn't think about you.
Who did you think not liked you?
Oh, geez. I mean, so many people. A lot of bookers.
Bookers are hard though because they don't give you work.
All right.
Yeah.
Because bookers always say they like you, and I've said this to my manager. He's a lovely guy, but he's so naive. Jim, they love you. I'm like, shut up. They don't. They don't use me.
I remember thinking Dave Attell hated me for 5 years, but he's just a squirrely weirdo,
Yeah, I know Dave for literally 20 years, and I still don't know if he likes me.
Oh, he loves you.
I never know that. Well, I'm kidding, of course. But I'm just saying, like, Dave.
It's tough though. He's just smoking. He's looking at the ground. He's pacing.
Yeah, why? And then he just walks out.
right.
He calls the three of us the cellar whites.
He's one of the most, but he's a really generous guy,
Oh,
though.
sweet man.
Like when you're, we would do co-headline shows, which I was always like, I'm not going on after Dave. He's just too good. He'll go on last. He can make more money. I don't have to make 50%. Dave can make 60. I'll make 40. I'm fine with that. But he was such a generous guy. And then you watch how he treats veterans, like and wounded warriors. And Attell is a fucking really sweet guy.
Just the staff. He brings them candy and shit.
He's
pizza.
he's an absolutely genuine guy, and he's probably the guy who, I guess, because how he's on stage, he's a fucking barbarian on stage. He's so vicious.
Yeah.
And then you see him as a person. He's the most opposite.
The best person.
Yeah.
And the most generous. I was doing a gig with him and Jeff Ross once in a casino, and he's on the phone. We're all in the green room. He's on the phone with his manager. He's like, we've decided to throw Sam an extra 500. And Jeff goes, oh, did we?
I heard the story. You might have told me the story, but he was at some club years ago, and someone.
Oh yeah, I know this story. No, guy who hijacks the story.
Somebody, I was like, how did you already know this story? But somebody whipped a bottle at him while he was on stage, and he ducked and like smashed, and then they called the cops. The guy went to jail, and like one of the guy's buddies was like, I'm so sorry, and then Dave gave the guy money to bail him out of jail. He was like, oh, he's drunk, and he bailed this guy out of jail who fucking tried to murder him with a bottle.
I guess because the drinking he understands, because he's comfortable around. And he'd come off stage. We were doing that antisocial tour for a while. It was myself and Brewer, Bill Burr, and Dave was the first. And Dave would close the shows. And he would come off and he'd be like, oh, that was terrible. And I'm like, what are you fucking, you were brilliant. Like,
he's nuts.
But he's not doing it for compliments.
No,
he really means
no,
it.
it's
He really means it.
A lot of great comics do that shit, man. Were you telling
I
me
do
the
it a
Rob
lot,
Little? Were you telling me the Rob Little story the other day?
Oh yeah.
This is hilarious.
So funny.
Oh.
So I mean, we shouldn't have said his name.
Go
but,
ahead.
well,
No, it's not bad.
I'll
Who
dump
cares?
out.
He's like this super high, like just a high energy guy. Like, hey, how you doing? He's all up in your
Really
face.
nice guy.
Really nice comic. But he worked with Dave somewhere, and he was talking to us in the hallway, and Dave walks down those stairs, and he just sees Dave and goes beelines right to Dave, and he's like, "Oh my God, Dave Attell, remember me? We worked here together." And Dave's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. We talked about keeping the hallway clear." He just steamrolled this guy. The guy was speechless. Well, how quick is that? Just
That's so good.
Keeping the hallway clear.
It's so good.
He's got 1 million of those.
Oh my God. You have funny fucking.
I had this late night with Attell once. We were at the Borgata, and it's like one of the best nights of my life. We were up to like 7 a.m. gambling, and we both won like $1,300 blackjack. Attell is just on fire all night, just zinging people at the table. Some guy's yelling at me for not hitting, and he goes, "Thanks, Professor."
I'm going to tell at the cellar when the guy gets up to go to the bathroom, and Dave goes, "Where are you going?" The guy goes, "Nowhere." And then Dave goes, "No, I meant right now."
He got me good once. You know how he stands on stage, and if you stand in the doorway, he'll talk to you?
Yeah.
Which is, I'm terrified because he's so quick. And he goes, "Mark, if you had any superpower, what would you be?" I go, "I guess I'd be invincible." He goes, "Well, you accomplished that."
I went to my birthday. I was smoking a cigar.
Invincible?
Invisible.
Oh, didn't you say
Did I say invincible?
Yes.
Yeah.
You said not
sorry.
invincible.
Shitty harvest.
I was smoking a cigar on my birthday one night outside the cellar. I'm with me and Mike Vecchione. We're smoking cigars, and Attell just comes out of nowhere. He goes, "Hey, Sam, you had a good set, but it wasn't that good."
I remember one time we were going to do this gig, and he was late for it, so I wound up going on earlier. I live for bad stories.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. Joe, where are you going to be, man?
Providence Comedy Connection, July 19th to the 21st.
It's a great room.
Yeah, it's a little rowdy sometimes.
Yeah.
And then my Netflix half hour is still on, the stand-up season 2.
Oh,
Check it
great,
out.
man.
Such a
Streaming
good
all the
special,
time.
man. One of my
please.
favorites.
Oh, thanks. Please
You guys
go
all
watch
did
it.
them?
No.
No,
Oh,
he
okay.
did.
Thanks for bringing it up.
I think you said we all did.
No, we're fans.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. That's very nice.
What's
of
the
you.
name of your special? Or was it
It's
just a half hour?
it's the stand-ups. It's not a special. It's a series. Thanks for bringing that up too. Jesus Christ, Jim.
That's awesome, dude. The fact that they're giving guys 30 minutes, that's what HBO did. That's what got me
Yeah.
the door at HBO. We did half hours in 2006.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 4 of us. So that's great. That's a fucking phenomenal thing.
Yeah, it's exciting. Please go watch it. Like Nate Bargatze did it, and like he blew up. He was calm. He really oversold it. He's like, I'm a millionaire. He's like, I bought 2 Cadillacs. You're gonna shit your pants, and I fucking bought a house. And 2,000 people watched it. Nobody saw it.
Yeah,
So,
it happens,
go watch it.
but it lives there. It's a weird thing. All of a sudden, you'll see a bunch of people, or you'll start getting a bunch of I saw your special.
Yeah.
People just watch it, man.
Yeah.
And they watch it all over the world. It's fucking amazing. And Sam, you're gonna be where?
I'll be at the Sacramento Punchline June 28th through 30th, and I'm doing a benefit at the Comedy Cellar the 25th for City Harvest, and got a lot of big guests: Colin Quinn, Jeff Ross. It's gonna be a really great show. We're gonna raise a lot of money, and Keeping Joe podcast.
Yes, I'm at Levity Live this weekend in West Nyack, then the DC Draft House, and then Portland Helium, and Listen to Our Pod, Tuesdays with Stories.
All right, I got the Chip Chipperson podcast live shows on sale September 14th and 15th. Both are selling very well. Joe, I want you to do that pod. You haven't done that yet.
No, I'd like to do it. You asked me a couple times, and I was unavailable.
Yeah,
But
I would love you
do
to.
it. Yeah, thank you.
We're taping tomorrow night. I don't know if you're available.
And Dr. Steve says hello to everybody. We love you, Steve.
Thank you for the Valtrex.
Folliculitis. Okay, and Hilarities in Cleveland. I've never done it. It's in August on sale now, and I got 2 shows at Montreal. My website doesn't have them. Go to the Montreal website. I think my agent's got to send shit to my web guy. Be right back.
More Jim Norton and Sam Roberts after this. The other station's still playing that dumb song? Guess you're stuck with us. Guess you're stuck with us. We're back with more Jim and Sam. Right now.
Oh. Oh.
Who's that, Drake?
It's my favorite Metallica song.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
Boy, that cooks.
4 Horsemen. Oh, it's fucking phenomenal. All right, Joe List, Sam Morril, Mark Norman. Our last break. Sam Roberts is, by the way, in the car.
Let's hope he doesn't make it. Come on.
I'm hoping that I'm hoping he almost makes it.
Yes.
And then is fucking rear-ended by a dump truck and burns.
We should just hold the door when he tries to get in.
I know we should, or end the show abruptly.
Yeah.
But no, he might make it, but he's got to go into the garage. It's a whole fucking thing. All right, so no, we're just talking about Nick DiPaolo. I did not see, like, the photo we saw before. I didn't realize, like, I just saw the bottom of the eye. Nick really did get punched.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the full photo now of his face. It was some woman at Levity Live.
She hit him hard enough to gray his beard.
I think he hashtags Birkenstock.
Did he have her arrested or no?
I don't know. I just saw it this morning. Somebody like tweeted at me or Instagrammed at me. And he was talking to the cops, so I hope she got arrested.
Good, I hope she got
it's
arrested.
assault.
Fuck her. You can't punch somebody in the face because you don't like their jokes.
No, you're not allowed to do that.
The irony.
And who got punched? Val got punched, you said?
Yeah, the seller.
What
Val,
happened? We
the
love Val.
manager. Yeah, we love Val. Well, some crazy girl just brought food in from outside, and she said no outside food, and then she just went over to Val and punched her in the back of the head. And
Twice.
Twice. Yeah, I ran over immediately, but the seller staff's on it. They got in there before anybody.
Oh, they got her quick?
They got her quick, and then they got her arrested.
Good, they should. Oh, yeah. Look, you're going to get people who are just crazy who do stuff like that. It's like, all right.
But she was with friends. And Norman, with his classic Norman fashion, as they get ejected, Norman swipes their food.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of food on the table
Yeah.
that was untouched, so I took their plates.
What'd they have?
Calamari.
Oh, I like the calamari there. It's really good.
Tell me about it.
Some sweet chili sauce.
I like that, too. I tell you, when Anthony orders that, sometimes I eat more than I'm supposed to. you know how it is.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, Val's such a badass. She's from Brooklyn,
She is.
She's the manager of the Comedy Cellar, and she got knocked in the head twice. She's getting the air, like the, what do you call it, the gas mask?
Oxygen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oxygen.
Was she really upset? Was she okay?
She was okay, but she was woozy, and I went up, I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And she goes, go light, Will. It's like she was still working.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think the only thing worse than that is having a call from Esty.
Yeah. Or leaving Will on.
Yeah. By the way, fucking Will is on the road a lot. I don't see him at all.
Well, he overseas all the time.
Yeah, he went to China.
I've been to China.
I mean, it destroyed the vibe. I was just fucking stopped already.
Well, someone's got to ask these Chinese women if they're going to go take a shit when they get up from the show.
Oh, you going? Yeah. Right.
Will's in a movie. The trailer looks pretty good. I Am Maurice.
Oh, that's right.
It's about a Haitian guy that comes here to pursue boxing.
Wait a minute. You guys kidding?
No.
'Cause he made that trailer.
No, it's real.
Is that a real movie?
Yeah.
I think it's a movie. He's doing a fundraiser.
Independent
and
Raised 100K.
What?
Yeah.
Good
Well,
for
Louis just emailed me being like, "Hey, send me this thing," and then he was like, "What's it? Will's email?" So like, Louis on it now.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
That can't help.
Who knows? Yeah, he's gonna be a quiet producer.
Silent
It's produced by Bowie Lee K.
Let me see the. I Am Maurice.
Is that Chris Rock in the
Chris
background?
Rock?
We don't have to watch 5 minutes of it, but
That's a hell of a trailer.
Because he was in what do you call it? He was in Chris Rock's movie for a second. It's like the Tribesman.
Top 5.
Oh, that's right.
yeah, Will is a.
What's this, a 5-minute trailer?
Well, man, maybe they shot.
They must have lit him at 2 minutes.
All right. All right, that's enough.
Yeah, Will is a homeless
looks
guy.
pretty good.
Oh wow, okay, this is legit.
Yeah, well shot. That's fun.
That's his real apartment.
Yeah. He's dressed really dirty.
Yeah.
Looking at all the people on the train.
I think he smells is what we're going for.
Yeah.
He's homeless. Now he's stealing from
He's
a bodega.
All right,
a
great.
bar of soap.
So this is a documentary on Will. Yeah, he's been really putting time in. I don't like the way he's cradling that cup, but he walks into a boxing ring.
And then Sherrod Small's going to
Yeah.
train him.
Wow,
Well,
he's dumping change out for
for a training lesson.
Aha. The guy throws him a rag. Now they're practicing. He's teaching him how to box.
Yep.
A lot of people start boxing when they're 39.
Yeah. It's true. And then they show him running into the cellar.
Oh, now he's a day laborer.
I can't believe I can't get into this movie either. Thanks, Will. Fuck.
This is how he makes money.
Yeah.
And he goes back to the boxing guy.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It looks good, though. It looks really good.
Well
This
done.
is a legit thing. Will made a legit thing, man. Selling stuff.
Good
And
for
he
him.
does box, too. Will
Oh,
can-
yeah.
Yeah.
He can fight.
This is a horrible comedy.
Yeah.
Why you
Giving
why you
blood?
not donate to my
Yeah. Why you not give to my cause? Bitch, where's my Monet? He makes me
All right. Wait, I feel
okay.
bad for the people
Yeah,
at
there's
home.
no dialogue. It's all God, Will is in good shape. It really bugs me. I'd hate to do this scene.
He doesn't eat sugar or meat.
I know. He's a really sweet guy, though. He'll come in and give me juice. Sometimes he has juices.
Oh my
Like,
God!
the
I
best.
went to that place. I think it's Juice Press. What's the place? Right by your
Liquiteria.
house? Liquiteria. And I happened to bump into Will. I was with my wife, and they were like, "You friends with Will?" And they just started piling bottles on us. They gave us all this free shit. We left like garbage bags full of stuff.
Let's promote. What is this Kickstarter? Wait, there's no dialogue. It's just a lot of shots.
It's called I Am Maurice.
I Am Maurice.
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. That's a real fucking film. Good for him, man.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Good
And,
for Will.
Will's a great guy. I love Will.
Great
Love Will.
guy.
Such
Yeah, I
a
know,
good
but
person.
he was a hit on the Chip podcast.
Oh,
and he
yeah?
and he has not been back on since.
Get him back.
An inspirational tale about a Haitian immigrant who comes to America after the earthquake of 2010 to fulfill his dream of being a boxer.
Oh.
Yeah, and they've pledged $104,000.
Good for Will.
Pledged. They haven't given it yet, but
Oh, well, I'll pledge.
And now I wonder how much is that just the trailer or has the movie been shot? I don't know how that works.
No, I don't think he shot it yet. I think they just shot a trailer.
yeah, and then he's
Ah.
making the money. I
Oh,
think.
so he's basically showing you this is what's going to happen in the movie.
Right.
It's really well done, though. I mean, it looks. It's like, and that's not worse than any film you've seen as far as the shooting is concerned. It looks like a regular Hollywood movie.
Will gets things done. He has 2 phones. Anyone with 2 phones is really working.
I have 2 phones too, and I've gotten nothing done.
Well, they're either killing it or like a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Yes, or just for sex.
Yeah, yeah.
I still keep. This is why I keep a phone that I haven't used in many years. I still keep my old number because occasionally I'll get a text from someone who will think I'm ignoring them if I don't.
Right.
And I hadn't used this phone for probably 4 years, and it was just sitting on my. I was on my computer, and it was just sitting there. It had juice for some reason. I plugged it in for some reason, and then out of the blue, Louis called me. He goes, "Hey, can you be in the Bronx in 2 hours?" I'm like, "For what?" He goes, "Todd Barry can't do this thing." It was the Dane Cook episode. I have one line in that where I'm like, I do that, or some dumb shit. And I only got that because I happened to have that phone, and fucking dumb Louis called my old phone.
How about that?
Now he's got my new one, but I was like, I got to keep that because I almost lost something. You know how mad I would have been if I saw that like a week later.
Yeah.
So I kept that number for years because of that.
That was a good episode too.
I never saw it, but I remember my part.
Great app.
Was it?
Oh yeah, that was like a big one. That like made the news and went
Did it?
viral. Yeah, because Dane,
What is Dane doing? I haven't seen anything from Dane. Is he still doing gigs? I'm sure he is.
his Instagram's kooky.
He's eating.
What, is he still posing, taking all those? Is he
There's a photo of him
Why,
on
is
the
he heavy?
beach with his girl. He looks a little bit like Harvey Weinstein in the photo.
Yeah.
Really?
A little bit.
He's got a young gal, but yeah, he kind of it looked like he blew up a little bit.
No,
but
he
now
looks-
it looks better here again.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
all-
looks good
Maybe it
there.
was
He's a hot guy.
Maybe it was a bad angle.
yeah, maybe it was a fake photo or something because he really looked pretty horrific.
honestly,
for a minute.
yeah, he seems to be in pretty good fucking shape.
Damn. I take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that photo.
Let me
Maybe
see
it
the
wasn't
girl.
him.
Let me see the girl. Oh yeah, holy shit,
Yeah, she's like 15.
she is beautiful.
He looks great.
Yeah,
I think he's still out doing
Wow.
sets and stuff.
what a gorgeous girl. All right, so Dane's doing great.
You think-
Private plane and a 10 for a girlfriend.
There you go.
Anyone who thinks Dane is
That's
not
her
doing
age.
well. Yeah, she looks a little younger, but she's stunning. Good for him.
All right, Daney.
So he's out doing, people think because you're not doing 17,000 seats. Hey, if you're still doing 4,000 seats after three, you're still making a lot
You're
of
making a
fucking
great
money,
life.
man.
Oh yeah.
Here he is I've never been to his house, but here's got like a $7 million house.
Yeah, it's on his Instagram somewhere in there.
He has only 670,000. I don't say only because that's a lot more than I have, but I thought he had millions. Maybe that's just Twitter.
So did I.
But I guess as your audience changes as you get older, all of us,
Yeah.
gets a little bit. He changed the game though, man. That social media. Everybody talked about MySpace. Dane did that shit before anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He in a way, he literally for all comedians tried to do what he did.
Right. I feel like Kevin Hart has a little of that too. Like, didn't he go to every club? He would kill, and then he would stand out at the door with a composition book and get everyone's email, and then he would be like, "All right, this is my Philly book. This is my
Probably.
Cleveland book."
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he would. And
then
now
he-
his social media is massive.
Oh, dude, he won't stop. He's got that workout thing now, like the YouTube thing where he works out with like Conan O'Brien or Joel McHale.
Kevin is the most motivated guy I know. Like he literally is always doing something new. Like
He's like the Dwayne Johnson of comedy.
he is. I mean, but he's all it's sneakers. It's doing
Yeah.
this 5K run. It's doing this. He's a very
Movies.
active guy. Yeah. So good for him, man. He's
Yeah.
earned it.
Yeah,
guess
Dane.
so.
I opened for Dane in like 04 a few times, and like he would do the show and like murder, and then go and do a meet and greet with every single person, and it would take so long that by the time he was done, he was time to go on the second show.
Wow.
So he was like working.
Yeah.
It was like a 4-hour work night,
Yeah.
and it was like magic. This is like right before he really blew up. It was in Boston, so like he was like a hero there, and he would fucking murder. I mean, he was amazing.
Yeah, he would. I saw him live once, other than just like at the Boston Comedy Club back in the day, which you always hated going on after him in Boston on a Friday night. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the worst?
Bert Kreischer's like that. Some people will just do it, and Bert's the only guy who enjoys it. I think.
What?
Like I don't know if Dane liked actually meeting and greeting.
I think he did. Yeah, but he
Okay.
would just like chat with people. It was like an hour thing, and people would wait.
Yeah, Bert. I did the Wilbur with him, and he's like, "Everybody go to this bar," and then he
Yeah.
took picture with everyone in the lobby, and then I was like, "We're not going to that bar, are we?" He's like, "Of course we're going," and he took his shirt off and drank with everybody there.
Yeah, Bert's he lives that life.
Yeah.
I did that once. I was at a bar with him, and he just gave a guy like a 50. He's like, "Get everyone here tacos." And I was like,
Wow.
Taco Bell right across
Wasn't that
the
many
street.
people?
Yeah, yeah.
$50 bucks.
Bert's
Well,
way
they were
Bernie.
$1 each, though.
Oh wow, that's 50 people.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear know what Rick and Charlotte has to say?
About what?
Sure.
I don't know. Oh, I thought you guys know. Yes, Rick and Charlotte,
Oh, he's got a criticism.
but he's a fan.
It's a constructive criticism. There's no bigger fan of the podcast. Tuesdays with Stories is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Guys, Patreon user, anybody who likes Mark or Joe on the show, you've got to listen to the podcast. Having said that, I got a small
Uh-oh.
constructive criticism.
Here
I
it
can't
comes.
believe I
Get rid of
oh,
Mark.
sorry, guys. Okay, here it is. Just be open-minded.
Go on now.
One time, Joe revealed that occasionally the stories are exaggerated, and sometimes they're exaggerated to the point where I literally have to shut it off, and there's really no need. And I'll give you most of the time when that happens, it's you guys are either on a train or in the airport, and something happens, and then it just spirals where you're injecting yourself into the story to exaggerate. I'll give you one example. Mark told a story where TSA kind of screwed him, and he was late to his plane. And in
Yes.
Mark's version of the story, he ran back to TSA and started screaming at them.
Yes.
Well, no, you didn't, because you're a pussy like the rest of us.
I did do
On
that.
the train.
I called her a
You really
GD
did.
cunt.
He did. Sorry, I hung up on you. Apologize. Yeah, he did. He absolutely did do
I
that.
missed we had a flight together. You remember that flight?
By the way, we're
to
wrapping up.
Arizona.
We're wrapping up in a second.
Oh, is Sam here? Is that why?
No, we just got to end the show.
Oh, okay.
It's almost time to end the show.
That
So
was
let's
a
get those plugs in.
long-winded
Yeah, it
critique.
was.
Jesus Christ.
Tuesdays with Stories
I did yell at her.
with Mark and Joe List. And
Keeping Joe.
Yeah.
With Mackie.
Oh, yeah.
And Phil.
And you're on Keeping Joe, and I'm doing the Chip Chipperson podcast. And they got gigs. What's your website?
ComedianJoeList.com.
All right.
Sam Morril, MORRIL.com.
Yes.
It's a long website.
ChiselMyGlasses.com. No, MarkNormanComedy.com.
Yeah, and you can go to JimNorton.com if you want to get my dates. And I'm hoping that you could be on. But Joe cannot make tomorrow night because he is going to a concert.
Yes, Dr. Dog.
Oh, I love them.
They're great. They're playing at Brooklyn Steel tomorrow night.
I've never heard of Dr. Dog.
Great band.
They're fun.
Put on the Old Black Hole to run us out of here. Great song.
Yeah, I don't know them. Maybe we'll play that. We're going to be ending really soon. I don't know when.
You seem so giddy about it.
No, I'm not. I mean, just the show's going to end. I mean, it's just one of those things. I'm just kind of hoping Sam would make it in, but it's not looking good.
The audience wasn't.
It's not looking good.
Nope.
He just took his time getting here. All right. Listen, guys, thank you very much, and
Oh,
we
there he
will
is.
talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.